Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to ask you that if you're not already standing, to please rise. And gentlemen, if you would, please remove your hats. Tonight, the flag of our great country will be presented by the members of the American Legion Tuttle Post 176. We ask that as you face the northeast corner of the stadium and we look upon that grand flag, those stars and stripes represent the greatest country on earth. Tonight, we salute the brave men and women, past and present, who have given of their time and even their lives to defend this great country and to protect the freedoms that that flag represents. Now, if you would, please join the Tiger Pride Marching Band and the Tuttle 8th Grade Band and Director of Bands Taylor Starr in an all-veteran salute in the playing of our national anthem.
Are you ready for some Tuttle Tiger football? It's time to get the Bill Hinkle Field and the Chad Richardson Stadium rocking with the sounds and cadences of the Pride of Tuttle High School Tiger Pride Marching Band.
Good evening. Welcome into Richardson Family Stadium here in Tuttle. Todd Lisenby, Drake Vitito, the great Nate, as we are about to get underway here for this rivalry matchup between Blanchard and Tuttle. And Drake, we got a good one here tonight, 7-0 versus 7-0. It doesn't get much bigger than this.
Absolutely. These teams, this game doesn't need to be dressed up whatsoever. Last time we were here, the game literally came down to a last play heroic catch from Jackson Laminack. It just is it always seems to be back and forth between these teams. It's always close, no matter how far apart the talent gap may be. I think we're in for a jam-packed night tonight. And a newly renovated stadium. This place looked very, very much different than the last time we were here 2 weeks ago.
Tonight's game brought to you by Coop's Performance Gym, and we are working on it, brother.
Okay.
Working on it. I
didn't know if I was
we got a little echo in our headphones. We're working on that. So hopefully you're not hearing that on the air. So yeah, so I think you're just hearing the echo. We're just hearing the echo, so we can deal with that. All right, tonight's game brought to you by Coop's Performance Gym. We want to thank Coop's Performance Gym for their sponsorship of Blanchard Lions football. This is a big one tonight, and as we get going, we ready for our starting lineups?
Yeah, let's do it. You
All right,
want
let's
to
do our starting
lineups
lineups. Brought to you by Brightway Insurance. Let's do.
I'll do offense.
Let's do offense first.
Let's start with the big guys up front. We got Luke Meeker, Cade Saunders, Colin Cooksey, Braden Stacy, Jace Jackson, your O-lineman. Your wide receiver suite, Cole Watkins, Reston Vickery, Corrick Pierce, Brayson Carter. Your quarterback for tonight, Hudson Perriman. Your starting running back for tonight, Vaughn McIntyre. Todd?
Defensive side of the ball for the Lions tonight. Let's start on the back end. Let's start with the secondary. The cornerbacks, Reston Vickery and Jackson Oliver. The safeties, Corrick Pierce and Brayson Carter. The linebackers, Cole Watkins, Braden Stacy, Gunnar Fugit, and Gage Ellison. And the big boys up front, Jace Jackson, Cade Saunders, and Luke Meeker for the 7-0 Blanchard Lions. This game likely, not technically, but for all intents and purposes, is going to determine who the winner is in District 4A2 tonight. We got a good one coming up here in Tuttle. I'll tell you what, let's take a 1-minute timeout. When we come back, we will have our injury report, and we'll get you ready for kickoff here from Tuttle. It's the Blanchard Lions and the Tuttle Tigers. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Surface Experts is your one-stop shop for all of your hard surface damage. If you have a scratch, chip, crack, burn mark, or hole, we can
Welcome back to Tuttle. The Tigers have taken the field. Todd Lisenby along with Drake Vitito. Blanchard on the road at Tuttle to take on the Tuttle Tigers here tonight. Blanchard took the field during our last commercial break, so we have got them on the far sideline. The all-whites tonight for Blanchard, all red head to toe for Tuttle tonight. Drake, let's get to our injury report brought to you by Blanchard Animal Hospital. What's it look like for the Lions injury-wise tonight?
Only one to note of, and we got a definitive update this week on the coaches' show. Braden Heffernan out for the season with a season-ending injury. So obviously they've been working towards getting a little bit more continuity with both the offensive and defensive lines out there the past couple of weeks with Braden being out, but that is the only scratch for the Lions roster tonight versus Tuttle.
I think Blanchard is going to receive the opening kickoff by the looks of the personnel out on the field here for the Lions. So didn't see the coin toss, but my guess is Tuttle will be kicking it away to Blanchard. Nope, I was wrong about that. The Lions are going to be kicking it off, so Blanchard will kick it away.
This is a drastically different Tuttle team than the one that Blanchard faced last year. A lot of QB problems coming from that Tuttle team, just not able to move the ball a whole lot. It's a completely different story this year, a complete 180 for this team. They have a lot of playmakers in a lot of different areas. They can run, they can pass, and they can play make just about everywhere on the field. So it's going to be a tall task for the Lions tonight, one that I'm sure they're welcome to accept.
C.J. Simon and Brady McAdoo are deep to receive for Tuttle. Standing at the 5-yard line as Matt Campbell has it on the tee. Big game here in Tuttle, America tonight, and we are underway as Campbell's kick taken by the up back at the 22. Out to the 30, out to the 33-yard line as Gage Ellison comes in and makes the early tackle on special teams. So that's where Tuttle will have it, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line, 33-yard line.
The big key and something just to watch out for this Tuttle offense and lessons learned for this Blanchard defense, there are going to be big plays on both sides of the ball. Both Blanchard and Tuttle are going to get some tonight. The big key is limiting both the big plays and just being able to respond to that big play and keeping everything limited in scope. So it's okay if you give up a big play. It's just got to be a next play mentality.
Cruz Campbell is the quarterback. Rounsaville, the running back, to his right. Rounsaville gets a handoff, has a nice hole over the right side. He angles back to the left out to the 40-yard line. Corrick Pierce finally gets him down there, but it's 7 yards on the first down run.
It's going to be very key for this defense early. If Tuttle's able to establish that run, what's going to open up the pass, they have a lot more weapons than they did last year. Got to be able to knock it down very quickly.
Campbell takes the snap here on 2nd down, hands off to McAdoo, running right around in, gets the first down across the 45 out near midfield. And another 9 yards there is Brady McAdoo. Runs from the 40 out to the 49, and it's a first down for Tuttle, just a yard short of midfield. 1st and 10 for the Tigers from their own 49-yard line. Handoff goes to Rounsaville, right side, gets away from a tackler at the line of scrimmage and runs for 5 yards down to the Blanchard 46. So 2nd and they'll give him a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6 coming up from the 47. Sean Rounsaville Jr., the running back, with Campbell in the backfield. McAdoo split out wide left. He's one you got to keep an eye on if you're the Lions. Campbell out of the gun. Pistol behind him is Rounsaville. Gets a handoff, angling to the left. Gets hit at the 45, and he's going to be held up there. Brayson Carter tried to rip the ball away at the end. Couldn't do so, but it's only a gain of 2. And now an early 3rd down and 4 in what might be 4-down scenario area for Tuttle here.
Yeah, it's going to be very key for Blanchard, especially in 3rd down situations. You want to be staring at those 3rd and 5s, those 3rd and 7s. You don't want to be staring down the barrel of a 3rd and 1 or a 3rd and 2. Really good spot here for the Lions to make an impression early.
From the 45, need to get to the 41. Handoff, Rounsaville, left side. He's not going to get it. He might have got a yard down to the 44, and that's it. As Cole Watkins came up and wrapped him up. 1 yard gain, and now it's a 4th down and 3, and Tuttle's going to send on the punt team early on.
I say it every time Blanchard faces rivals. Got to be aware of the trickery, potentially. Not the worst position to be in if you're this Tuttle offense. If they indeed do punt the ball, got to be watching out for any trickery here.
McAdoo will punt it away for the Tigers. Into a little bit of a south wind. There's a flag down as McAdoo with an end-over-end kick that bounces inside the 10 and goes out of bounds at the 9. It's a good punt. We'll check the flag. It was thrown at the snap, which makes me think maybe this is an illegal formation on Tuttle.
I did see the right side of the line stacked a little exotically for Tuttle.
Got a pickup over there in the drive-thru. They're going to tow it. I don't know if you heard that or not, Drake. but you got to get that out of the way.
Is there a flag that was picked up?
There was a flag. I don't know if they picked it up or what.
Still there.
So I think what's happening here is our referee's going over to talk to Coach Craig and ask him, do you want 5 yards at the end of the kick or do you want to make them re-kick? And my guess is he's going to want to re-kick with the ball down inside the 10. We'll see. It is an illegal formation on Tuttle, and Blanchard's just going to add it to the end of the kick. So Blanchard will have it at the 14-yard line. 1st down and 10 from their own 14. First possession of the game for this Lion offense.
Very intrigued to see what happens and how this offense starts out. Traditionally, they've been going with the pass to open up the run. Let's see if it's going to stay ringing true here.
Perryman in the gun with McIntyre to his right. It's a handoff. No, it's a fake to McIntyre in the flat. It goes to
Brayson.
Out to the Brayson Carter, out across the 20 to the 25, out to the 27-yard line. Thought that was Brayson Carter. I lost him in my binoculars. It's hard to re-find them when you lose them in the binoculars.
Didn't even know you were
It was
using
a nice gain, though, out to the 26-yard line. So that's 12 yards and a first down.
Yeah, a First United first down.
First United first down.
And I think that's where Blanchard is going to be finding their success on those edges. I think they can challenge Tuttle there.
Good Lord, I hope that's my worst call tonight. There's a handoff up the middle to Fugit, running left out to the 30, carrying a tackler to the 31-yard line. That was Adrian Avalar, who hung on for dear life for Tuttle, but it's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Such a huge game for the O-line. A lot of that performance in the past couple of games really hindered on their success. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going early and just keep driving down the field.
McIntyre back in at running back now as there's a handoff up the middle to McIntyre, and he is swarmed under in the backfield. McAdoo got in the backfield and got him back at the 27 for a loss of 4, and this turns what was a 2nd down and medium into a 3rd and long. It's going to be a 3rd down and 9 upcoming.
Yeah, and you're going to expect that all night from Tuttle. They're going to throw a lot of pressure at you. Very much kind of reminds me of Guthrie in that sense, just being able to throw different exotic blitz packages at you. The pressure is going to be there all night. Just got to be able to make those correct reads, get down. I think we have a shiny object on the field as well, far side.
We do. 8:02 to go, first quarter. Scoreless game. Opening drive for Blanchard after forcing Tuttle to punt. Perryman rolling left, throwing left through the hands of Watkins and incomplete. Out near the 38-yard line, Blanchard could not convert. And the Lions do move the chains once, but are going to punt it back away to Tuttle as Noah Smith will come out onto the field.
Not a bad play. I think Colt Watkins got the separation he needed, just a little bit of an overthrow there from Hudson. Not the easiest throw ever either, rolling out to your left and throwing it with your right. So a little bit of a missed opportunity there, but again, a good play, just a little bit of a missed overthrow.
McAdoo deep to return it for Tuttle, standing at his own 38-yard line. Smith with a high kick towards the Tuttle sideline and out of bounds. It's going to be at about the 40-yard line. We'll see. They'll walk this one back upfield. And it's going to be at the 40-yard line. So 40-yard line is where Tuttle will have it, 1st down and 10. Do you know how they do that, Drake?
Do what?
Determine where to spot the ball.
Like on a punt out of bounds?
Yeah.
I do not.
Everyone gets mad at the linesman. The linesman is supposed to walk to where it lands and then walk back upfield, and if you look back, the referee, the white hat, tells him that's where I saw it go out. So everyone always gets mad at the linesman because he walks way past where it actually went out of bounds and they freak out. But he's going off what the white hat tells him.
Interesting.
Yeah, just a little something for everyone to know.
Well, it seems to have landed out of bounds right where they ended up placing it. So.
Yeah, I think they said the 40, but now it's at the 38. That's a 2-yard gain for the Lions. We'll take it. 1st and 10. Campbell throwing right side, pass complete. That's Jordan Lane. Nope, correction, that wasn't Lane. That was Zarian Kendall who made the grab. His first grab of the night, and it gains out to the 46. 8 yards, it'll be 2nd and 2.
Yeah, and you're going to live with that stuff, right? You're going to force pretty much everything that the Tuttle's going to throw at you to be short yard gains, especially in the pass.
Campbell hands to Roundsville, right side, stacked up in the backfield, got away from 2 tacklers, though, and got all the way to midfield. That was going to be a loss of 5, and it turned into a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll move the chains for the Tigers.
One of the other big things tonight, we've seen this Blanchard team being able to force a whole lot of turnovers on opposing teams the past couple of weeks. If you're able to scrounge up some of those, especially early, to maybe get out to a good lead, we'll see if it works.
From midfield, Campbell throws, pass nearly intercepted. It finds Lane, though, in the slot, who's going to be hit and driven backwards at the 42-yard line, 43-yard line in Blanchard territory. It's a gain of 7, maybe 8, depending on where they spot it. A little pushing and shoving after the play, to be expected, and it'll be a 2nd and short again.
Yeah, as you said, to be expected. It was a good catch. It got got lit up a little bit with the ball still in his hands. Haven't been tackled yet, but again, this is the kind of emotion that both teams are going to bring to this game. It means a lot to both of them, especially for the seniors on both sides of the ball. So, good catch from Tuttle. Gotta get it stopped if you're Blanchard.
2nd and 3 at the Blanchard 43-yard line. Clock stop, 6:33 to play. Referee's having a discussion with both teams right now, telling them to quit the pushing and shoving after the play.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Don't know if those words will work.
Yeah, you got to do all you can, though.
Very true.
You got to make your point early in a game like this, or it can get out of hand.
Got to set the tone. I agree.
2nd and 3 at the Blanchard 43 here for Tuttle. We've got another stoppage in play here as the linesman now heads back to a spot. A referee puts it ready to play. Campbell in the gun, Roundsville behind him. Campbell throwing right side inside the 40. It's caught, and Perryman tackles him immediately at the 39. That's another first down for Tuttle as Jalen Lane made the grab that time.
And this is the conundrum you play, right? If you're going to force Tuttle to not be able to get any big plays, you have to basically hedge, saying, I don't know if the quarterback's going to be able to make all those.
Campbell throwing again, pumps, pressured, hit, sacked back outside the 45 at the 47-yard line. Cole Watkins got there. He and Luke Meeker had a meeting at the quarterback, and it's going to be a big loss of 7 yards back to the 46.
Luke Meeker and Cole Watkins have been making their mark, especially just not in this game, but also the past couple of weeks. We've seen both the edge linebackers and the defensive line be able to create havoc in the backfield. It's a textbook example you just saw right there.
2nd and 17 from the 46 now. 5:45 to go first quarter. Still scoreless. Tuttle with their second drive of the game. They stalled out near midfield on their last one. Campbell, play action. If he has time, he's got one-on-one coverage. He goes deep. The pass is caught by McAdoo at the end zone. It's a touchdown. Brady McAdoo catches the touchdown. 46 yards, and Tuttle's on the board first with 5.5 minutes to go in the first.
And that's why this Tuttle team is so dangerous. In a down and distance where you're loving it if you're the Lions, being able to get back in the backfield. 2nd and 17, that's the damage that Tuttle can do. They got playmakers and they got QBs that can make throws on the run. So a disaster for the Lions.
Garrett Ogg is on for the extra point. His kick is up and his kick is good. 5.5 minutes to play first quarter. Tuttle strikes first. Tigers 7, Blanchard 0. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Surface Experts is your one-stop shop for all of your hard surface damage. If you have a scratch, chip, crack, burn mark, or hole, we can handle it. We repair all types of hard surfaces, including stone and laminate countertops, wood and LVP floors, tubs, showers, and cabinets. We can also grind.
Welcome back. 46-yard touchdown pass from Cruz Campbell to Brady McAdoo, and Tuttle strikes first. 5.5 minutes to go first quarter. 7-0 Tuttle with the lead. Tonight's game brought to you by Coop's Performance Gym. Todd Lisenby along with Drake Vidito. Addison Scott back in the Classic Rock KRXO studios as Ogg will get ready to kick this one away. Puts the boot into it, and it will go over everyone's head, and it will bounce out of bounds. So Blanchard will have it at the 35-yard line on the kickoff out of bounds. Drake, I know we talk about this a lot, but obviously people are watching on the stream tonight. But if you got to get out and about, remember you can listen to us when you're in your car as well.
Yeah, 104.5 KRXO, Classic Rock. That's going to be your station for this game if you're in the car on the dial. But the recommended delivery system for me, if you're in the car, or just away from the television, you can also download the KRXO app on all iOS and Android devices, and you can stream the game through 104.5 Classic Rock.
That will be for all Blanchard games this year.
It's crazy.
Blanchard.
I think we're in the back third already.
Of the regular season.
Of the regular
hopefully
season.
we just started the back half of the actual season, right?
Very
'Cause
true.
you hope it goes 14 games.
Very true.
Look at that. McAdoo and Brayson Carter sharing a little handshake there. They're talking. I'm sure they both respect each other's game.
Very much so. Very much some of the best players for either
I want
team.
to ask you a question after this play. It's
Yeah.
a 1st and 10 for Blanchard at the 35. McIntyre in the backfield. McAdoo shows blitz. He does blitz. Going up top, Perryman, left side, pass incomplete. Good coverage on the left sideline, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. Is this a rivalry of dislike, or is it a little bit of a rivalry of respect?
Very
Blanchard
much
and
a
Tuttle?
rivalry of respect. Obviously,
Kind of got like
we've-
the OU Nebraska vibes of the past.
We've seen obviously some players get emotional already on the sidelines and on the field, but I would probably point toward the rivalry of disrespect towards the Newcastle
Gotcha.
Blanchard
Okay.
rivalry. I think it's more just because these teams are usually near the top of the pack in terms of most of the sports, so that's kind of where the respect comes from.
2nd and 10, Perryman. Play action, sets one up to Carter on a screen. Carter nothing doing. He's hit in the backfield and dropped at the 33.
Oh,
They
flag.
tried to sneak him out right side, and Carter's going to lose 2 yards. A flag comes in after the play, and this might be for
targeting.
personal foul or maybe perhaps for a face mask. It came in right by the tackle. I didn't see it until after the play.
So obviously the play developed in the flats. Tuttle was on it. They had about 3 guys. Court couldn't block all 3, so ended up getting blown up in the backfield. But
It is going to be a hit to the helmet. So
wow. So what is that in high school? That's not ejection,
No,
is it?
just 15-yard penalty. Personal foul face mask is what it is. So a face mask will move the ball out to the 48-yard line, and Blanchard, who went backwards on 2nd and 10 and was going to be faced with a 3rd down and 12, gets out of jail there with a 15-yard penalty, and that's a First United first down.
Got to be able to take advantage of the opportunities that Tuttle gives you, even if it's not in bad defensive play. It's the penalties that they give you.
Perryman working out of the gun on 1st and 10. Blitz comes, throws left side, pass caught. Watkins can't get away out of the ankle tackle at the 48. Well, he gains 4 yards, 5 yards. That's 4 yards, but it would have been a big gainer had he gotten out of that tackle. As that was Jordan Lane who made the tackle for Tuttle. It'll be a 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, that was nothing but green if he was able to get past. But with
That
that
was
being
zero
said,
coverage. There was no safety deep.
very good open field tackle, even if it was barely successful. But I think Blanchard's going to find a lot of success here in that short passing game. I think that's what they got to go to if they're going to open it up.
2nd and 6. Tuttle again blitzes in the flat to Carter, right side. Carter trying to make a man miss at the 50. He's able to get to the 45-yard line. Ball comes out late. And it's actually unfortunate for Blanchard it came out late because it rolled past the first down
I was about
marker,
to say.
but it is going to be down to the 45. So that's a gain of 3, and now it's a 3rd down and 3.
This is a tough situation.
Boy,
'cause this is-
Tuttle really is tackling well in open field early on.
Yeah, they're really good at tracking, like I said, with the athletes that they have on both sides of the ball. They're very much like Blanchard. The secondary can track very quickly, go on a beeline and tackle if you're in the flat. So there's not going to be a whole lot of time for stuff to develop out there. They're going to have to make decisions quick on their feet.
Blanchard needs to get it to the 42, 3rd down and 3.
Flag.
Play clock at 0. I don't think Blanchard got the play away.
Yeah, Coach Craig, you can tell him.
Coach Craig is upset about something with the referee.
Was he calling a timeout? I wasn't looking on that far sideline. I think they're going to get pushed back. And that stinks because where they were on the field, you could definitely see if they didn't get that 3rd and 3 that there was a definite case for you to go for it on 4th and short if that was going to happen. But now you're probably punting the ball if you don't get this 3rd and 8 here.
I think the problem he's having is I think he's afraid he's upset the play clock started too quick. I think that might be the issue.
A hold nonetheless, though, for the Lions.
3rd down and 8 now from the 50. Got to get it to the 42. 3:15 and ticking to go first quarter. 7-0 Blanchard trails. Tuttle showing blitz. And we've got a
Oh, man, they're mad.
timeout called by Blanchard before the play. Tuttle showed blitz, and I don't think Blanchard picked up on it. We'll take the timeout with them. 3:07 to go first quarter. 7-0 Tuttle. This is Blanchard Lions football.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as a part of that advocacy, it involves hiring the best experts. It's doing the legal research. It's doing the medical research. That is advocacy behind the scenes. It's not just the bells and whistles in front of the jury.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future.
Welcome back. Big 3rd down and 8 for Blanchard at the midfield stripe. They need to get it to the 42. Perryman in the gun, looking left, pressured, hit as he throws, pass is intercepted. Intercepted by McAdoo at the 41-yard line. A blitzer came free. He tried to get it out there to Watkins, and McAdoo undercut the route, and it's 1st and 10 for Tuttle at the 41.
Yeah, tough spot there for Perryman. Like you said, Todd, linebacker gets free in the blitz, unchecked through that first line of defense. Hudson hesitates a bit and makes a in-traffic throw right to the Tuttle defender. Not a great spot to be in if you're the Blanchard defense, but you could be starting at a whole lot worse position as far as field position goes. So got to bear down if you're this Blanchard D.
1st and 10 Tuttle from their own 41. Pass right side through the hands of the receiver and incomplete. Tried to set up the screen on the edge that time. It was intended for C.J. Simon, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
It's very important for this Blanchard defense to get a stop on this drive. With a rivalry like this, if one team usually gets up by a lot, there's usually not very many instances of there being heroic comebacks. So got to keep it close here.
Here's a handoff to Roundsville, left side, trying to get outside. A flag's going to come in for a hold as he gets out to the 47, maybe the 48-yard line on extra effort. But this one's going to be all for naught because there's a flag back at the 42.
Is that by a lineman?
Yep, it's a hold on Tuttle. Roundsville, that play was designed to go, I think, off guard left, and when he bounced it outside, a lineman got caught for a hold there, which happens often if you're an offensive lineman. It's a 10-yard penalty, and it's going to be from the spot of the foul, so it moves it back from the 41 to the 32 because the hold happened at the 42. So now it's a 2nd down and 19 for Tuttle at the 32.
Got to be careful if you're Blanchard. This is the same exact spot that they were in when the large pass happened last drive.
Blitz coming. Handoff Roundsville on the draw. Gets away from the first man. Gets out across the 35 near the 40. Boy, they had him for a loss of about 4, and he runs all the way out to the 40-yard line. He's a tough one to take down, Sean Roundsville Jr., and he gained about, what would it be, 8 yards there.
Yeah, it was a good sleight of hand. I thought the quarterback had kept it. He got blew up in the backfield nonetheless. You can see him kind of hobbling back to his line. But you're very right, Todd. Running back's very slippery, but still a good 3rd down spot for this Blanchard defense.
3rd and 11 from the 40. Need to get it to the Blanchard 49. Blitz coming, trying to set up the screen. He just throws it into the ground and incomplete. That's got to be grounding, right? Yeah, there's no one in the area. Yeah, but it's intentional grounding.
Look at Coach Craig.
Yeah, it's got to be intentional grounding. He threw it right into the ground. There's no way that's not intentional grounding. Wow, they're not going to call intentional grounding, and it's 4th down.
It's a very lucky
Well, it doesn't
break.
matter if anyone's he threw it right at his feet. You can't say that there was a receiver in the area when you throw it at your feet. The receiver was out by the sideline, but it's 4th down either way, so
Good stop, good response
Yeah.
from the Blanchard D. See if you can do a little damage on special teams here if they choose to punt to you.
McAdoo will punt it. It's a good punt. Pierce will field it at the 24. Pierce out to the 30, to the 35-yard line, and spun down at about the 36. So Blanchard will have it. They'll mark it out at the 35. It's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Lions. This is where their last drive started as well at the 35. They haven't had the best field position, but this is one of those spots where you got to start making one of these drives pay off when you start at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, and that was one of the keys for Coach Craig, talking to him at the coaches show on Tuesday. And really, it's been a common theme all year. Usually the teams that are scoring, well, you can take out the 7 that Tuttle did on that long pass, but usually the teams on their scoring drives are starting at really good field position. So the Lions with the best they've had all night.
1st and 10 from the 35. Perryman, play action, throws in the flat, left side, complete to Carter, out across the 40. 45, still on his feet. He was in the bear trap, and he couldn't quite get out of it at midfield, but it's a nice gain on the play. We've got a player down after the play. 15 yards on the pass and catch. Jackson Oliver over there goes down after the play, and it'll be 1st and 10 at midfield. Minute 51 to go in this first quarter. 7-0 Blanchard trails, but they have the ball at midfield after that First United first down.
I don't know if that was a wrinkle there, but I really like that play design there. Fake the handoff, throw it to Brayson in the flats. He's able to get some one-on-one opportunities and carve out a good gain.
Perryman, this time hands off to McIntyre up the middle. He runs off right guard to about the 46. He'll gain 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 6 now at the 46.
That was a First United first down, by the way.
I said that already.
Did you?
Yeah. Timeout on the field. I think both teams are being told to quit the pushing and shoving. By the way, I just want to make it very clear, if you hear anything come over our broadcast tonight, I believe those are coaches from Tuttle to our right.
Yeah, I think so.
Apologize if you hear the fruity language that we may be hearing.
I think that's why there's a sheet of black between us and the room next to us.
2nd down and 6 at the 46. Draw play, handoff McIntyre up the middle. He gets down to the 43, gain of about 3, so he got half of it there. They'll mark him at the 42, it looks like, so it's going to be a 3rd down and 2. And
injury?
Is that McIntyre slow to get up? I believe it is Vaughn McIntyre. It is Vaughn McIntyre down at the 42-yard line, where it's going to be a 3rd down and 2. Whatever it is, he's on his feet, so that's good. He's walking gingerly to the sidelines.
Oh, maybe a ankle or a heel.
Want to remind you, Lions are back in action next Friday, 7 p.m. I'm unfortunately unable to make this trip. Drake, tell the people all about it.
You'll be in a much better place than we will be. You'll be going toward, is it New York at that point in time?
No, I'll be going towards St. Joe's, Missouri.
Okay, but then New York?
No, New York is Sunday this week.
Oh, okay. We're going to miss you, though.
Yeah.
Did you know that Medill has a train that, if it was in a bigger, high-volume traffic area, impedes the road for too long, like illegally?
I'll be darned. 3rd down and 2. That's the 2nd straight broadcast you've told me that. There's a handoff up the middle, and Blanchard's not going to get it on 3rd and 2. It's a loss of 1 as Fugate got the carry, and he doesn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now it's 4th down and 3, and I think Blanchard may punt it away here.
Yeah, it wouldn't. It is a tough spot sometimes, especially in a game like this. Your emotions can't get the best of you, but I think the best course of action here is to punt it, see if you can pin Tuttle deep and force him to go the length of the field to try and score their 2nd touchdown.
43 seconds to go in this first quarter. Blanchard down 7-0. Noah Smith back in punt formation with Perryman as the up back. McAdoo is deep to receive. Smith kicks this one away. McAdoo fields it at the 1-yard line. He goes into the end zone, returns it out to the 15, to the 20, out to the 30, still on his feet. 35, 40, he's going to take it for a touchdown. McAdoo just returned it 99 yards for a touchdown. He pinballed off of about 4 different Blanchard players, and Brady McAdoo takes it 99 yards for a touchdown.
Coach Craig said on Tuesday the two things that were going to win the winning team this game was going to be field position and how they did on special teams. You saw it right there, a huge mistake getting a push tackle going toward the Tuttle end zone, ends up propelling McAdoo past every other Blanchard defender that had a chance to tackle him, and it ends up in 6 for Tuttle.
Truth be told, that probably a huge mistake not punting it out of bounds.
Yeah.
Knowing that he's back there. 99 yards on the punt return touchdown, and it's 13-0 Tuttle. The extra point is on the way, and it's good. 13 seconds to go, first quarter. 14-0 Tuttle with the lead. This is Blanchard Lions football.
This back-to-school season, give your home the connection it deserves with Go Pioneer Fiber Internet. Experience the power of Wi-Fi 6 technology for smoother streaming, gaming, and learning. And with the Go Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi app, managing your home network is a breeze. Choose from multiple plans with symmetrical speeds for lightning-fast uploads and downloads. Get your family school-ready with Go Pioneer Fiber Internet. Sign up today at gopioneer.com.
Welcome back to Tuttle. 99-yard punt return for Brady McAdoo, and it is 14-0 the Tigers with the lead. Tonight's game brought to you by Coop's Performance Gym. Todd Lisenby, Drake Vitito, the great Nate, Addison Scott back in the Classic Rock KRXO studios. Blanchard's got to get something going offensively here. Not been able to hit on that big play just yet, as Ogg will kick this one away and kick it into the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 for Blanchard at the 20-yard line. And we'll probably have one more play, maybe 2 more here in this first quarter. Drake, it's still very early on, but you see early on in this game explosive plays in the favor of the Tuttle Tigers.
Yeah, and it's the kind of team that Tuttle is. They, going back to some of their closer games of the season, have been won because they've been able to make the explosive play when it mattered. And the problem you get is, like Blanchard, you're in the hole that you are in right now. With those explosive plays being able to happen at any point in time, you never feel like you're getting any closer or have that safety net.
Perryman on first down, throwing left side, pass caught out to the 30, to the 35, still on his feet, out past the 40-yard line. That is Watkins on the grab. I have to get the binoculars out. I can't see on the far side over there, Drake. I'm getting too old.
That was the great Nate giving you the help
you,
up
Nate.
there.
Doing a little spotting. They'll mark him down at the 40 where he ran out. That's a nice gain, though. 20 yards on that first play. It's a First United first down.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of good stuff in the flats from the impact players for Blanchard that we've called out all season. Good play by Watkins there.
Perryman hands to Fugit, left side, nothing doing. Got back to the line of scrimmage before he was tackled for no gain. Met at the line that time by a Tuttle player. And do we have a penalty? Nope, we don't. That's the end of the first quarter. 1 quarter in the books, 14-0 our score. Tuttle leads Blanchard. This is Blanchard Lions football.
The AMG team is based in Oklahoma City and delivers your organization revenue enhancement through a combination of data science, innovative marketing, and business automation. We think like owners and behave as long-term partners. Delivering measurable results for nearly 20 years has made the AMG team known for our ability to efficiently and effectively execute objectives. We're ready to help raise your organization to a higher level of success, so visit us today at theamgteam.com.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise.
Welcome back to Tuttle, where after one quarter it's 14-0. Tuttle leading Blanchard. Todd Lisenby, Drake Vitito, the great Nate. Addison back in the Classic Rock studios. We got Gabe here, Ashley here as well, doing work.
Look at that camera work.
It's not been a good first quarter for the Lions, though. They look to bounce back as Blanchard will have it 1st and 10 from their own 40 as we start quarter number 2. Perryman with McIntyre back in the backfield, which is good to see. Perryman takes the snap, fakes the handoff, pumps, pressured, going to run with it to the 40, to the 45, and out of bounds at the 47-yard line. We'll mark it at the 48, so it's an 8-yard scamper on first down, sets up a 2nd down and short. And these are the down and distances, Drake, where Blanchard's got to make some hay.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you might have just seen a little glimpse of something there with the Perryman scramble. We both know that he's capable of doing that. We haven't seen it a whole lot, obviously, coming off of that collarbone injury. But I think Blanchard can find a lot of sneaky success there if you get your first couple reads, not able to get someone open. If you're able to have a couple of holes, I think Hudson can make that choice and get some good yardage.
Blanchard's got to hurry. Play clock at 3. Perryman rolling right, pressured, throwing down the middle of the field off his back foot. It is tipped and caught. Corrick Pierce took it away from the defender down at the 25-24-yard line. Just a jump ball between Corrick Pierce and Jordan Lane, and Pierce went up and took it away from him at the high point. That's a gain of 28 yards and a first United first down.
Yeah, that Tuttle defender's given up a little size to Corrick. Like you said, Todd, he had to grab it at the apex and claw it away from that Tuttle defender, and that's exactly what he did.
Handoff, McIntyre up the middle, veering right, gets inside the 25 down to about the 22-yard line. 2-yard gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 8. Blanchard not able to find much in the running game early on.
This is where it's going to have to happen, though. This is the best field position you've had all night. About 11 minutes left in the second quarter. You can't give Tuttle another shot to go down and make this a 3-score game. So got to take advantage of it with you being so close to the red zone.
2nd down and 8 from the Tuttle 22. Under 11 minutes to go now, first half. Perryman hands to Fugit. There's a flag down before the play.
Ooh, was this a motion? What game was that?
Where the tight start.
End?
Yep.
It was? Okay.
Mosier.
Yeah.
Maybe got going forward
Seemed
too
like
quick.
They were arguing.
5-yard penalty, though, and it's going to make it now a 2nd down and 13. I think Jeff Craig's argument is he's going forward right as the ball's being snapped, not before the ball's being snapped. That's what he's saying anyway. Obviously, the officials see it differently, and it's going to be a 5-yard penalty. I still have yet to see a coach talk a referee out of one. Turns out we saw in SEC football you have to throw stuff on the field.
Yeah.
That's how you get them to change the call, it sounds like.
Big student section for Blanchard. Maybe have to rile them up a little bit over there on the far left.
2nd down and 13 now from the 27. Ball on the right hash. Watkins and Carter split left. Pierce to the right. Perryman throwing in the flat, pass caught by Mosier, and Mosier is going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Good tackle in the flat that time by Zarian Kendall. It's going to be a 3rd down and 13 from the 27. One thing I did notice, Drake, is Blanchard's kind of base offense is Carter and Pierce on the same side.
Yeah.
Watkins has been on the other side.
Yep.
And on this drive, they've moved Carter and Watkins to the same side and isolated Court Pierce on the other side. We saw him take advantage on that long throw.
Yeah, very much like basketball, getting in an isolation situation. But the problem is with the athletes that Tuttle has, they've gotten them on a couple of times. Tuttle has Blanchard, where they've been able to read it and get something at the line of scrimmage.
Trips right as Perryman throw in middle of the field. Pass is intercepted. Inside the 10, out to the 8-yard line. And we've got pushing and shoving and a flag going on after the play as Watkins was going at it with Wyatt Probst. And we'll see what the flag is, but right now it's Tuttle's ball at the 8-yard line.
Little lightly thrown there from Hudson. I think the Blanchard receiver was able to get that first foot, was able to get some separation, but a lightly thrown ball was able to make that secondary player for Tuttle make up that difference, and he was able to swipe it right before it got to, I believe that was Brayson.
I think you're going to see the offsetting penalties here at the 8-yard line. Second turnover of the game for the Lions, second interception for this Tuttle defense. Our referee's going to give the signal. We got a dead ball personal foul on Tuttle, and we got a dead ball personal foul on Blanchard. There you go. Those will offset. And people may wonder, like, well, what are they talking about for so long? They have to take down the numbers of the players. And so it's at the 8-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Oh. Tough spot.
Jeff Craig is not happy because I think he saw what I saw. When there was the interception, basically Cole Watkins was running down the field and he got headhunted. And then they ended up in a big pile and they threw the flag on both of them. But, you know, second guy always gets caught, and that's usually what they do if they don't see the whole thing from the beginning.
I know the refs tried to, get it corralled, but it's just not going to happen in this game. But again, you're going to get offsetting penalties. There's not going to be a lot of examples tonight where it's just going to get one team, especially if it's an extracurricular situation. It's just usually just never happens.
Yeah.
Usually the second guy gets caught, and then it's an offsetting penalty. Rarely do you see in this game one team getting penalized for something in the extracurricular. But again, you find yourself in a hole. This Blanchard defense does. You have the length of the field to work with. Got to get a stop and get that offense back out on the field.
1st and 10 from the 8-yard line on the right hash for Tuttle. Campbell with Roundsville behind him in the pistol. Throwing right side in the flat. Pass caught out to the 10, out to the 14-yard line, and pushed out of bounds by Perryman. That was Simon on the grab. That's a gain of about 6, and it's going to be 2nd and 4.
So here's the problem that presents itself with this Blanchard defense. If Tuttle's able to successfully go down and score, make it 21-0, they're really able to milk that clock because they have had success in the running game, and it's just going to be all floodgates open.
It's a backwards pass to Simon, running left, looking to get outside, and he's tackled back inside the 15-yard line. Brayson Carter who came up to get him for a loss, and it's going to be 3rd down now and 5 from the 13. It's a loss of 1 on the play.
Really good effort there from Carter. Like I said, if Tuttle's going to test going side by side, I think Blanchard has the athletes to match what they're trying to do, and you saw it right there. Carter, big blow up in the backfield.
They'll mark it at the 14. It's a 3rd down and 4. Blanchard slow to get lined up, 3 receivers right side. The pass goes right, and it's low and incomplete. Short hop the pass intended for Jalen Lane, and now it's 4th down, and Tuttle will go 3 and out and punt it right back with 9:05 to go in the first half. Good stop there for the Blanchard defense.
Now this is a really fortunate situation here for the Lions because you got, again, a big punting situation, but Blanchard's going to be able to start potentially the ball, depending on how this punt goes, the best starting position that they've had. Really a chance to clean up what was an almost touchdown situation there deep in Tuttle's field.
Low snap. McAdoo handles it. It's a good kick that Pierce will drop and now pick up at the 47. Makes a man miss. 45 to the 40 and down to the 38. And it's going to be 1st and 10 Blanchard at the Tuttle 38-yard line. Good field position for the Lions here with 8:55 to go first half. Tonight's game brought to you by Coop's Performance Gym. Want to thank some of our sponsors, the Blanchard Animal Hospital, the Dental Garage, Tanner Foster, Edward Jones, Craig and Straight Orthodontics, Keeler Custom Homes, RV Oasis, and Quick Wrench. Appreciate all of their support of Blanchard Lions football. 1st and 10 for Blanchard. Best field position of the night at the plus 38. Trailing 14-0 with 8:55 to go in the first half. Perryman with the blitz coming. Hands off to Fugit up the middle. Fugit's only able to get about 2 yards to the 41. To the 36.
The advantage of being able to start in the field situation that the Lions are in is that I think you're comfortably in 4-down territory. I don't think that you're going to be punting this far into your own field. So we'll see what happens. But gotta get it going from all sides. Gotta get some short game passing to open up the run, or vice versa. But it's came through the air for most of the game for the Blanchard Lions so far.
2nd down and 8 from the Tuttle 36. Play clock at 5. Blanchard's got to hurry. Play clock at 2 as Perryman gets the snap, hands off on the draw. McIntyre has room. It closes up quickly, but not before he gets down to the 31 for a little 5-yard pop. Now it's going to be 3rd down and short, 3rd and 3 from the 31.
Really like the delayed handoff there. I think they found very short success, very small sample size there, but I think some of that delayed stuff on the run is where they've really found maybe something here. Now maybe we'll see a pass open up here for the offense.
Perryman on 3rd and 3. Tuttle blitzing on every play, it looks like, and they're showing another blitz here. Handoff, Fugit up the middle. He's only able to get about a yard. Gets just across the 30 to about the 29.5, so it's going to be 4th down and about a yard and a half for Blanchard.
Tough spot here. Do you go back to the run? You've really hammered it in for this down and distance. I say give your ball to a playmaker, some guy that's been able to carve some yardage, either a Cole Watkins, maybe a Brayson Carter.
McIntyre back into the lineup. 4th down and 2, but it's really 4th down and a short 2. Ball sits inside the 30. They need to get it to the 28. Play clock at 5. Perryman, hard snap count. Takes the snap, hands to McIntyre. He doesn't even get back to the 30. He's going to lose about 3 yards back to the 33 or 34-yard line, and Blanchard will turn it over on downs. Tuttle sent the house right up the middle, and Blanchard had no answer for it, and it's another wasted opportunity for the Lions, who still are yet to get on the board in this ballgame.
Very tough spot there for Blanchard. Really thought a pass would be the play call there. But, again, like you said, Todd, Tuttle blew it up immediately. There was no place for the running back to go. And now they're starting at a better spot than they were at last time. But let's see if Blanchard can, once again, answer the call. They've done it all season.
Loss of 4, 1st and 10 Tuttle after the turnover on downs from their own 34. Handoff, Roundsville left side, and he scoots forward to about the 39, 5 yards on 1st down.
Another aspect that we really haven't even talked about is that, with the offense being, as short on the field as they are, just the length of time that they're on the field, that's going to take a hit on your defense if you're forcing them to stay out on the field for a long time. So we'll see how that affects.
Right side, it's another run. This one out to the 45 for a 1st down. So 6 yards on 1st down, 5 on 2nd down, and it's a 1st down run for the Tigers.
Was it Tecumseh that ran the wing tee, or was it Ardmore that ran the wing tee?
So we talked about it during the Ardmore game with the wing tee, knowing, that they were probably going to be predominantly a run ball game. It just gets you so much in the trenches, and it really bears you down on the stamina side.
Roundsville left side, big gain inside the 45 down to the Blanchard 44, 11 more yards, and another 1st down.
And this is what's really bad about how much they're leaning into the run, is that now you're going to get a major opportunity potentially down the line to get that big gash play by a pass. Blanchard's already been burned by it once with McAdoo being there on the far side of your screen. Got to feel like that's coming here if they're able to have equal success with that run game that they've had.
First down and 10, handoff Roundsville again, left side, and this time he's only able to gain from the 44 down to the 42.
Got to stay up if you're Blanchard here. I know the score is what it is at 14-0. At 21-0, I think you need to start reassessing some things in terms of what you're selling out against. I know that Tuttle's got a lot of playmakers everywhere, but you got to be able to just say, I'm going to cut off some things, and if they make that play, then they make that play. 2nd
down and 8 from the 42, pass in the flat left side, complete to the 40. McAdoo out of bounds near the 1st down. He's got it at the 34. 8-yard throw and catch and run, and Tuttle is moving the chains right down the field, looking to take a 3-score lead.
Everything's working right now for Tuttle in terms of pass and run. It's keeping Blanchard on their heels. Not quite sure where they're going to go next. If you're creating that confusion for the defense, then that can only be a plus for Tuttle.
Handoff Roundsville, right side, big hole inside the 25-yard line. It's another 11 yards and another first down. Just right down the field on this drive for the Tigers. Moving it from their own 34-yard line now all the way down to the Blanchard 24. 11 yards officially on that last carry. Campbell sends Simon in motion, throws it to him in the backfield. Simon looking to get the edge, not able to do so, hit and knocked out of bounds after a gain of about 2 at the 22-yard line. I think that was Vickery over there that made the tackle. It's going to be a second down and 8 upcoming.
Yeah, good first down stop there from the Blanchard defense. You're starting off at a 2nd and 8 here. Really good. Maybe force a field goal here for Tuttle.
From the 22-yard line, 2nd and 8. Handoff Roundsville, right side, stacked up. He's able to get down to the 20-yard line. He'll fight to the 19. 3-yard gain, and now it's a 3rd down and 5 from the 19. 4 minutes to play in this first half. Blanchard will get the ball to start the second half, but right now the most important thing is to try to get your defense off the field here. 3rd and 5. Campbell hands to Roundsville again. Roundsville hit at the 17, and he fights to the 16. It's going to be 4th down and 2, and decision time here for the Tigers.
We got a flag. Believe that might be holding. I don't know. It was in the back.
Where it's thrown is in a weird spot.
I think a Blanchard defender may have gotten landed on. Uh-oh.
That's Luke Meeker who's limping off the field.
Very weird spot, and it was pretty much immediately after the play was snapped.
See what the flag is.
Looks like it's on Tuttle.
It's a hold, it looks like. It's a weird spot for there to be a hold at, 5 yards downfield. But here's the thing. Blanchard's now in a weird spot. Do you make it 4th and 2, or do you send them back and make it,
I think I'd take the penalty.
And they will. It's going to move it back from the 16 to the 26. So it's going to be a 3rd down and 12 now after the penalty.
Really important spot here. I don't think Tuttle's going to go for it, depending on how you do on this 3rd, but I think they have a kicker that might be able to kick it from back there. So,
yeah, Garrett Ogg has already put one kickoff through the end zone as Campbell will throw. Pass is nearly intercepted. Carter came up, got there right as the receiver Zarian Kendall did, and it falls incomplete. And now it's 4th down and 12. This would be a 43-yard field goal.
Looks like they're going to stay out there. Got to watch for a hard count here. Stay disciplined.
Big 4th down for the Blanchard defense with 3:18 to go in the first half. Need to keep Tuttle outside the 14-yard line. It's 4th and 12 at the 26. Campbell looking to throw. Steps up over the middle. Pass incomplete through the hands of the receiver and incomplete. And it's a turnover on downs for the Tigers, and Blanchard will have it at the 26 as the defense stands strong and gets off the field with 3:14 to go in the first half.
Really good response there from the Blanchard defense. That's why field position is so important and not giving up the huge plays. Yes, Tuttle was able to establish the run. Yes, they were getting, 8 to 12 yards per carry, but no real huge, 15-plus yard gains, and you're able to get, that really good start on that first down and distance. When they were knocking on the red zone. So really good response there from the D after giving up a majority of the field position for that drive.
First and 10, Blanchard from the 26. Perryman in the gun. Blitz coming. Perryman, play fake, steps up, pressured. Going to run with it. He's going to get hit and dropped for a loss back at the 24. 2-yard loss on the play. Perryman is just under immediate attack. He's either got to get rid of the ball or he's got to run upfield. Just too much lateral there. Easy for me to say. I don't have 6 blitzers running down on me either.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, it's been a constant pressure from Tuttle tonight. He's found, some instances where he's been able to break free for some yardage, but there's just so many guys for Tuttle that have his eyes set on him, and they're confident in their secondary to stay glued to the guys that they found immediate success there.
2nd and 12 from the 24. Perryman rolling right. Pressured, hit, dropped again. Back at the 12-yard line. Hudson Perryman is sacked for the second straight play, and now it's 3rd down and long.
I think Tuttle called the timeout.
And there is a timeout with 2:17 to play. Called by Tuttle. We'll take it with them. Blanchard trails 14-0. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Third down and 23 upcoming for Blanchard from their own 13-yard line. Trailing Tuttle 14-0, 2:19 to go first half. Todd Lisby along with Drake Vitito. We'll see if the Lions put it in the air here or try to make Tuttle use another timeout. Tuttle with 2 timeouts left, Blanchard with 2 as well. Perryman will throw. Perryman looking downfield, hit as he throws. Pass caught to the 25, out to the 30, to the 34. That's 2 yards short of a first down. It's a gain of 24. And Tuttle's not going to use their second timeout now, and it's going to roll under 2 minutes to play.
Really good pass there from Perryman, especially because the immediate hit right after, but that was right on for Corick. Had one guy to miss, too, and that would have been a good first down, but we'll see. Oh,
Blanchard lined up like they're going to go for it. Probably hard snap count here. And Tuttle did jump. So it's a first down as a Tuttle player jumped offside. Free 5 yards there for the Lions, and it moves it out to the 39. Was that Pierce on the last grab? I think I called it as Carter.
I believe it was Pierce.
We're a little further away than usual tonight.
Yeah. Carter was right by him, though. Interesting break here for the Lions, 1:41 to go. Got it. I don't know if it was the biggest passing play of the night, but something opened up. It was a good decision, good throw there from Perryman.
From the 39, 1st and 10. Perryman with McIntyre to his left. Fakes a handoff, throws it in the flat, complete to Mosier. Mosier has room, 50, 45, 40, all the way down to the 36-yard line. In Tuttle territory, they snuck the tight end behind the formation that time. It's a First United first down.
Going to find a lot of success there if Tuttle's going to send the bodies that they're sending. Ooh, going huddle here. Tuttle's going to send the bodies that they're sending. That middle of the field is going to be a really good spot to find guys that are potentially open.
1 minute and a half to play as Perryman rolling right, throwing right. Pass tipped and caught inside the 25-yard line. It's Pierce who takes it to the 24. Boy, that was nearly picked off. It went off the fingertips of a defender. Pierce caught it on the tip drill, and he gains 14 down to the 23.
Yeah, good awareness there from Corick to be able to locate the ball after the tip, get a couple extra yards in the process.
1st and 10, blitz coming again, handoff McIntyre up the middle, 20, runs over a defender to the 15. Vaughn McIntyre with a strong run, 8 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 2.
Blanchard's
clock
found
rolling,
though,
with a minute to play.
They've been going small huddle and right into the play, keeping Tuttle on their heels.
2nd and 1 from the 14. Handoff McIntyre again. He's got the first down to the 13. Clock will stop momentarily for the chains to move. 47 seconds. Blanchard still with 2 timeouts.
Got to have a feeling it's going to come from the middle again. If you're going to
if you can
punch
get a
it in,
touchdown here, you get the ball to start the third quarter too.
yeah, it can absolutely shift momentum as well. Really like the thing that they found with Mosher through the middle of the field. Let's see if they can sneak someone in the middle again.
34 seconds and ticking from the 13, first down and 10. Perryman, right side, throws, pass through the hands of Pearson, incomplete. Couldn't make the grab down at the 2. He would have been close to getting in for the touchdown, but couldn't hold on. It was a well-thrown ball, but it's incomplete with 28 ticks on the clock. It's second down and 10 from the 13.
Tough miss there from Corick. I don't know if the defender behind him had anything to do with the drop, but it was a really good throw from Hud. Would have been pay dirt for Corick if he would have caught that. Really good, just an easy slant, one-on-one situation, isolation. Got to feel like you're going to find that again here in the next couple of plays.
Pierce split wide right, 3 receivers to the left, Watkins, Mosier, and Carter. Perryman throws pass, tipped and incomplete, tipped at the line, and it was floating around there at about the 10. The closest player was Tuttle's Adrian Avalar, but nobody got there, and it fell incomplete. It's third down.
That was another pass that was going to go toward the middle. Think he would have been able to get a really good gash. Don't know if it would have been enough to score 6, but again, like you said, really good awareness from the Tuttle defender to knock it out. 2 more plays here, 24 seconds left to make something happen. Got to feel like they're going to be 2 passing plays. Wouldn't even mind something here in the flat, see if you can get one of your guys to make something happen.
Third and 10 at the Tuttle 13. 24 seconds to go. Perryman, blitz coming over the middle. Pass caught. Vickery down to the 3. He's got the first down. The clock will stop for the chains to move. It should stop anyway. They finally do stop it at 17 seconds, and Blanchard's going to use a timeout. They're going to mark him at the 4, so he's a yard short of the first down, and now it's a 4th down and 1 with 17 seconds to play. We'll keep it right here before this big 4th down play. Tonight's game brought to you by Coop's Performance Gym. Boy, I thought he got hit right at the extra point marker, which would be the 3-yard line. Didn't get a very good spot there. It's going to be 4th and short.
Man,
what do you do here? We've seen on 4th and short last time, they ran up the middle and got blown up.
Yeah, and I think Tuttle's going to send all the pressure down the middle. They have found some success with, getting the edge, maybe do some sort of trickery here where you're motioning a guy like Brayson Carter in to make the defense perceive that it's going to be some sort of handoff, and then maybe do another slant. That stuff has been really working. But you're going to see some deception and some trickery here, I think, from Blanchard. They may pull something out that they haven't had all night.
It's a 4th down and 1 at the 4. So here's where we stand. 17 seconds to go first half. Blanchard down 14-0. They need to get the ball at least to the 3. Blanchard still does have 1 timeout in their pocket. Yeah, if they get inside the 3 here. Perryman and Carter discussing something in the backfield before the play. Perryman takes the snap, fumbled the ball, it's loose, and Tuttle recovers it. So Tuttle gets out of jail at the 7-yard line on the 3rd turnover of the evening for the Lions. And with 13 seconds to go, I would imagine Tuttle will probably hand it off once or take a knee here and head to halftime with a 14-0 lead.
Yeah, it's a tough break, especially going in the halftime. Blanchard knowing that they've been close on 2 separate drives, one of those ending up in a turnover. Just a tough spot to be in if you're the offense, because what do you say at halftime? You're moving the ball, you're able to find success, actually just gaining ground on this Tuttle defense, but for what? For those turnovers happening for the Lions. So tough spot to be in, but got to feel somewhat okay knowing that you've been able to move the ball, just haven't been able to punch it in because of those turnovers.
Tuttle's going to knee it here, and we will head to halftime. As the clock will hit zeros, and at halftime it's Tuttle 14, Blanchard 0 here in this big District 4A2 matchup. Drake, before we hit our halftime break, what do you think of the first half of play?
It's a tough spot, right? Tuttle was able to get a big gash play on you early for a quick 7-0 lead. Gotta not love the turnovers. The 3 turnovers for the half felt like some of those could have been avoided. Knowing that you've been down in the red zone twice and haven't been able to punch it in. There's some good things happening, just haven't been able to finish the deal on a lot of things. I've liked the defense here in the second quarter. They have responded to some misdoings from the offense, and they've responded really well against a really, really versatile Tuttle offense. So obviously some things to work on, but it's not like you're starting from nothing. You're moving the ball down the field. You're getting stops on defense. You just got to be able to put it all together in the end.
All right, we're going to take a halftime break. When we come back, we'll update you on our scoreboard, brought to you by First United Bank and Mortgage. Also want to thank our sponsor of tonight's game, Coops Performance Gym, our sponsor of tonight's broadcast. Halftime here in Tuttle, 14-0. The Tigers lead the Lions. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Surface Experts is your one-stop shop for all of your hard surface damage. If you have a scratch, chip, crack, burn mark, or hole, we can handle it. We repair all types of hard surfaces, including stone and laminate countertops, wood and LVP floors, tubs, showers, and cabinets. We can also grind and polish glass cooktops and remove scratches from stainless steel elevators and appliances. We focus on repairing just the spot with the damage, so you don't have to replace the whole surface. We work with apartments and residential properties all over Oklahoma. Give us a call today to schedule your repair.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as a part of that advocacy, it involves hiring the best experts. It's doing the legal research. It's doing the medical research. That is advocacy behind the scenes. It's not just the bells and whistles in front of the jury.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
This back-to-school season, give your home the connection it deserves with Go Pioneer Fiber Internet. Experience the power of Wi-Fi 6 technology for smoother streaming, gaming, and learning. And with the Go Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi app, managing your home network is a breeze. Choose from multiple plans with symmetrical speeds for lightning-fast uploads and downloads. Get your family school-ready with Go Pioneer Fiber Internet. Sign up today at gopioneer.com.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
The AMG team is based in Oklahoma City and delivers your organization revenue enhancement through a combination of data science, innovative marketing, and business automation. We think like owners and behave as long-term partners. Delivering measurable results for nearly 20 years has made the AMG team known for our ability to efficiently and effectively execute objectives. We're ready to help raise your organization to a higher level of success, so visit us today at theamgteam.com.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Surface Experts is your one-stop shop for all of your hard surface damage. If you have a scratch, chip, crack, burn mark, or hole, we can handle it. We repair all types of hard surfaces, including stone and laminate countertops, wood and LVP floors, tubs, showers, and cabinets. We can also grind and polish glass cooktops and remove scratches from stainless steel elevators and appliances. We focus on
Welcome back to Tuttle High School, where at halftime Blanchard trails Tuttle by a score of 14-0. Todd Lisenby along with Drake Vidito, the great Nate up here in the booth with us as well. Gabe, Ashley Robertson, always helping us out here on the broadcast tonight, here on the streaming broadcast. For those of you listening on the radio broadcast tonight, shout out to Addison Scott, who's back in the Classic Rock KRXO studios this evening. Want to thank our sponsor tonight. Tonight's game brought to you by Coops Performance Gym. We appreciate Coops for their sponsorship of Blanchard High School football. Also want to thank some other sponsors before we get to our halftime scoreboard update. Want to thank the Wolf family, Blanchard Eye Care, Brightway Insurance, the LB Realty Group, Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air, and we want to thank our sponsor of the halftime scoreboard, First United Bank and Mortgage. And Drake, let's get to some of those scores. Let's start in Class 4A as we look at other district scores. You got this one here with Tuttle up 14-0 at halftime over Blanchard. But in District 4A2, second quarter, bit of a surprise here. 0-6 Chickasha is in the lead at 3-3 Tecumseh, 27-14. The Lions will play in Week 10 against Chickasha. Remember, just 2 regular season games left after this one here tonight. Next week at Medill, and then the senior night game at home against Chickasha. Also in district play, tonight, it's Hera up 23-0 on Medill. That game in the second quarter. Again, Blanchard will be on the road at Medill next Friday. And the one other game, Bethany up 21-3 on Ardmore. So Bethany is looking to cement their spot as the third best team in the league. And unless Blanchard were to slip up in the last 2 games, even if tonight's result were to hold, you would still be hosting in the first round of the playoffs as the runner-up in the district. But obviously, that puts you in the tough spot of having to go on the road in the second round. When we look at some of the other scores in Class 4A tonight, it's Ada up 28-20 over Broken Bow.
Oh,
that'd be a bit of an upset. That one's in the second quarter. Bridge Creek leads Woodward 16-8 at halftime. Fort Gibson 21-13 over Catoosa. Elk City leads Weatherford 10-7 at halftime. Elk City 2-4. Weatherford took one on the chin last week from Elgin, and this week they're struggling with Elk City. Hilldale leads Stillwell 36-0 at halftime. Oologah 27-0 over Skiatook. Miami leads Cushing 14-6 at halftime. Battle of one-loss teams. Clinton leads Cache by a score of 13-10. Clinton is 6-1, but really struggling in that one tonight. How about this one? Big game on the east side of the state. Poteau and Salisaw, both teams with 1 loss on the year, and they are at halftime, and it is 0-0 at halftime. Elgin 35-0 over Douglas. Douglas really not very good this year, and Elgin winning that one easily in the second quarter. Number 1, Wagner playing Grove. Battle of 6-0 teams. 2 minutes to go first half. Wagner 27, Grove 0.
Oof.
And Glenpool and Tulsa McLean, the other score. That one first quarter score at last update. 0-0 our score there. Again, tonight's scoreboard update brought to you by First United Bank and Mortgage. Drake, you got some 6A1 scores?
Yeah, let's do 6A1. Bixby currently leads Mustang 29-14 at half. That game's on the east side of the state. Union up big over Broken Arrow 35-14. That game is at halftime. Norman North, currently winless on the season, is up 28-14 against 2-4 Yukon. That game is still in the first. Here's an interesting one. Still in the first quarter, Edmond Santa Fe currently up on undefeated Owasso, 14-12. Edmond Santa Fe also winless on the season. Still early, though. Edmond Memorial 5-1, 13-0 is the score. Edmond Memorial up on Westmore. That game's in the second. Jinx is currently winning against Moore 28-7. Deer Creek is currently down and undefeated, I should say. They are down currently to 5-1 Norman. That score is 26-14 in the second quarter. And finally, it is a tie ball game in the second for Edmond North and Enid 7-7.
6A2 tonight, Southmore and Piedmont. That game in Piedmont at halftime. Piedmont leads 14-7. Putnam City and Stillwater. A little bit of a surprise here. The Pirates are tied with the Pioneers at halftime, 7-7 the score of that game. Number 1, Muskogee is playing tough competition tonight against a top 5 Sand Springs team, but up 25-14 in the second quarter. They are in the second half now in Sapulpa. Putnam City North and Sapulpa, 0-0 starting the third quarter. Bartlesville 16-0 over Ponca City at halftime. Choctaw 35-0 over U.S. Grant at the half. And a one final from last night, Lawton Ike defeated Northwest Classen by a score of 55-6. Class 5A, Drake?
Yeah, absolutely. Southeast currently down big over Bishop McGinnis, 49-0 in the second. Memorial also down big against Claremore in the half, 31-0. El Reno's beating John Marshall 32-6. John Marshall winless on the season. Guthrie and Altus. Guthrie up 28-14 over Altus. That's in the second. Midwest City up big over winless Class and SAS, 59-0. Del City up 28-0 at the half against Tahlequah. Bishop Kelly up 25-7 at the half against East Central. A tight one at the half for Collinsville and Pryor, 17-14. The Cardinals? Collinsville?
Cardinals, yep.
Cardinals up 17-14 at the half. Carl Albert up big against Lawton, 28-6. That game's still in the second quarter. Titans Wolverines. Coweta up 10-6 over Durant. Noble is
Tigers Lions, just like tonight.
Yeah, Noble is skunking Western Heights currently 39-0. This will be
Bears and Jets.
This will be Noble's first win of the season if they get it over 1-5 Western Heights. A big one tonight in 5A. Two big ones. Booker T. Washington currently leads McAllister 7-0.
Ooh, that's a good matchup. Hornets and Buffaloes.
Yeah, in the second quarter. And then the Newcastle Racers, who are 3-3 on the season, but I believe undefeated in district, are currently ahead of one of my favorite all-time, not only mascots, but colorways. The MacArthur Highlanders, they are up currently 21-14 in the first quarter, Nathan Hale up big on Will Rogers, 55-20. And finally, Shawnee, who is 5-2 on the season, absolutely skunked Edison Prep, I guess maybe yesterday, 63-0.
All right, real quick, let's run through some 3A scores. Sulphur leads Seminole 14-6 second quarter. Eufaula up 13-12 on Idabel, that game second quarter. Bristow leads McLeod 28-0 at halftime. Plainview 28-21 over Anadarko at half. Purcell leads Star Spencer 28-14. Cassia Hall trailing Sequoia Claremore 17-14 at the break. Lincoln Christian up big on Cary Underwood's hometown. Shakota 55-12, the halftime score there. Stigler leads Locust Grove 15-8 at halftime. Victory Christian up 38-9 on Manford late second quarter. Inola leads Veneta 14-13. Heritage Hall's up 19-15 halftime on Pauls Valley. That game at Pauls Valley, that's a battle of top 10 teams. Berry Hill leads Verdigris 14-7 at the half. Holland Hall 24-0 lead at halftime over Muldrow. It's Perkins Tryon 28, Lone Grove 0 at halftime. Jay leads Cleveland 20-14, and one more score at halftime. This will be a bit of a surprise. Kingfisher has given North Rock Creek all they want. It's 14-14 at halftime in that ball game between Kingfisher and North Rock Creek.
You want to give us a Luther update?
Maybe. Yeah, let's see who the Lions
Just
got
the home,
tonight. We
just
can
the
we can do
hometown.
that real quick.
Yeah.
The
2A,
you know, I
correct?
love the Lions, both the Blanchard Lions and the Luther Lions. Yeah, Luther is 2A2 because remember 2A and Class A are split this year. Luther at halftime trails Hennessy 3-0.
Oh,
lots of defensive
there we
struggles
go.
tonight.
Come on,
trailing Hennessy by a score of 3-0. Okay, real quick, just want to do a couple things before we take our last halftime break here. Number one, want to remind you 2 more regular season games, 1 more home game. So you have 1 more chance to get out and see the Blanchard Lions in the regular season anyway at the Oscar Brooks Sports Complex. Next week on the road at Medill. You can watch the stream of that game as you're watching it here if you're watching currently, or you can also follow on the radio broadcast at Classic Rock KRXO. And don't forget, download that KRXO Classic Rock app, and you can listen anywhere you go just through the app on your phone. And then the last game of the year at home against Chickasha, again at the Oscar Brooks Sports Complex. And then I also want to do a little shameless self-promotion. If you're a college football fan, you should definitely go up to Edmond tomorrow and watch UCO take on Pittsburgh State. Number 9 UCO, number 6 Pittsburgh State. That game is just as big in D2 football as tonight is in 4A football. And it should be a really, really good game tomorrow between two really good teams in the MIAA, which is like the SEC basically of Division II football. And right now UCO 7-0, Pitt State 6-1, and would love to see as many of you out there at Chad Richardson Stadium. Not Richardson Family Stadium here at Tuttle, but Chad Richardson Stadium at UCO tomorrow.
Who did Pittsburgh State lose to this year? Do you know?
Emporia State is their one loss.
And
that'll be UCO's final game of the year is Emporia at home.
Boy.
So, yeah, Emporia's got one loss as well. UCO's the only undefeated team in conference and looking to stay that way tomorrow.
You had a scary one
2:05
last
kickoff.
week.
2:05 kickoff. That's right. We had 64-57 last week.
That's
it was a
insane.
pretty wild game to call. All right, when we come back from halftime, we will get you ready for the second half action here. We want to thank First United Bank and Mortgage for their sponsorship of our halftime scoreboard update. We will take one more break, and when we come back, it'll be second half action. Tonight's game brought to you by Coop's Performance Gym. It is halftime here in Tuttle, and Blanchard trails 14-0 the score. This is Blanchard Lions football.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as a part of that advocacy, it involves hiring the best experts. It's doing the legal research. It's doing the medical research. That is advocacy behind the scenes. It's not just the bells and whistles in front of the jury.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
This back-to-school season, give your home the connection it deserves with Go Pioneer Fiber Internet. Experience the power of Wi-Fi 6 technology for smoother streaming, gaming, and learning. And with the Go Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi app, managing your home network is a breeze. Choose from multiple plans with symmetrical speeds for lightning-fast uploads and downloads. Get your family school-ready with Go Pioneer Fiber Internet. Sign up today at gopioneer.com.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
The AMG team is based in Oklahoma City and delivers your organization revenue enhancement through a combination of data science, innovative marketing, and business automation. We think like owners and behave as long-term partners. Delivering measurable results for nearly 20 years has made the AMG team known for our ability to efficiently and effectively execute objectives. We're ready to help raise your organization to a higher level of success, so visit us today at theamgteam.com.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Surface Experts is your one-stop shop for all of your hard surface damage. If you have a scratch, chip, crack, burn mark, or hole, we can handle it. We repair all types of hard surfaces, including stone and laminate countertops, wood and LVP floors, tubs, showers, and cabinets. We can also grind and polish glass cooktops and remove scratches from stainless steel elevators and appliances. We focus on repairing just the spot with the damage, so you don't have to replace the whole surface. We work with apartments and residential properties all over Oklahoma. Give us a call today to schedule your repair.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as a part of that advocacy, it involves hiring the best experts. It's doing the legal research. It's doing the medical research. That is advocacy behind the scenes. It's not just the bells and whistles in front of the jury.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
This back-to-school season, give your home the connection it deserves with Go Pioneer Fiber Internet. Experience the power of Wi-Fi 6 technology for smoother streaming, gaming.
Welcome back to Tuttle. At halftime, it's 14-0 Tuttle with the lead over Blanchard. Todd Lisenby along with Drake Vidito. Drake, Blanchard's going to get the ball to start the second half. They had a golden opportunity to try to score before the halftime break and turned it over on downs, fumbled it on a fourth down. And now if you're Blanchard, like, you've got to go out and you've got to make some things happen, because I can't imagine, as big a play a type team as Tuttle is, that you're going to be able to keep them off the scoreboard in the second half. So you've got to get back in this game and you've got to start putting some points up on the board early.
Right. I gave really good props to the Blanchard defense in that second quarter, because I feel like they kind of overcame insurmountable odds, if you will. This Tuttle offense is really good. You just have to be able to pay back those good defensive stops that you're able to get if you're Blanchard with some good offensive drives. And I felt like the drives happened. It's just finishing what you started, and that's what the only part of the process that Blanchard did not do successfully. But I will say this. I don't know if this was just a 2-minute drill thing, Todd, or we might see them do this stuff again. When they were driving the field on that last drive, when they were able to turn the ball away down here on their own end zone, they were going huddle a little bit. They were going quick huddle into the play, and that kind of kept Tuttle kind of on their heels a little bit, and they were able to gain a lot of ground better than they had at all for the entirety of the first half. So I don't know if that was just a 2-minute drill type of thing, or they're going to go into it more, but you got to kill the turnovers. I mean, that's the whole reason why you don't have a score on the board, and that's the whole reason why you were able to give Tuttle some points as well. So there were some workable things to do here in the second half, but it all starts with a really manufactured good offensive drive here to start the second, and that's what Blanchard needs to do to get back in this game.
Tonight's game brought to you by Coop's Performance Gym, as Garrett Ogg has it on the tee to kick off the second half for Tuttle. Ogg will boot this one into the end zone for a touchback, and Blanchard will have it at the 20-yard line.
I'm honestly surprised, and we'll see how this start of the second half goes, but we may get to a point where Tuttle may be kicking themselves for not kicking that field goal there.
43 yards is still a long field goal.
Yeah. I guess we don't know how I don't know, off the catch. I mean, I don't even know how the wind is either. We got here a little bit early.
It would have been at his back. It's a little left to right, a little north to south as we look at it here. Blanchard going into a little wind on this first play from the 20, middle of the field on first down. Tuttle's blitz on nearly every play, and they blitz here as Perryman throws right side. Pass caught by Pierce out to the 26-yard line. He bobbled it, then he caught it and got out to the 27.
Really like the game plan to start out here for the second half. That's where most of their offensive success was found. Those short-term passing games, both in the flats and over the middle of the field. those slants have been with them all night, so we'll just see if they keep going to it because that's a great first down and distance start.
2nd and 3, Perryman with Fugit to his left, throws it left side, passes incomplete. He had pressure, and he threw it low for Watkins, who couldn't grab the ball at the 31. So now it's going to be a 3rd down and 3 as pressure came off the right side that time.
It's been a tough job all night for Hud. Like you said, dialing up pressure almost every other play. Got to stay hard-headed, got to make those throws, the ones where there's lots of room to grow. So we'll see if he can adjust here.
From the right hash, 3rd and 3. Perryman hands off up the middle. McIntyre's got the first down. He needed the 30-yard line. He got right to it. It'll be 1st and 10. Gutsy call there on the draw and got just enough. First United first down on the gain of 3 for Vaughn McIntyre.
Very gutsy call indeed, but
McIntyre's limping too. He's not right.
Yeah, and it was very much that kind of popped up there when he had the big hit there in the I think it was late first or early second. But those delayed handoffs, those draw plays have been the very few success stories in the run game for Blanchard. Was able to pay it there.
First down from the 30. Handoff Fugit. Nope. Perryman keeps it, throws it over the middle. Caught by Carter. Out across the 40, 45, still on his feet, midfield, all the way down to the Tuttle 49. Gain of 21 and a First United first down.
Great play there. I definitely thought Hudson handed the ball off there. Really good job there by Carter as well, finding the space where no one was at. Was able to carve some field up as well in the process. Really good individual effort to fight for those extra yards.
1st and 10 at the Tuttle 49. Perryman hands up the middle. McIntyre, not much there. He got to the line of scrimmage, and he's hit and driven backwards. They'll give him 1 yard to the 48. It'll be 2nd and 9. Score update from Chavez Ravine, bottom of the 5th, 1-0. The Dodgers take the early lead. Will Smith with a sacrifice fly, scoring Kike Hernandez, and it's 1-0 Dodgers, Drake.
I think the father figure may be going tomorrow. I don't know. I feel like I would have gotten pictures from him already, but he may be going to tomorrow's game. But not great. Not great, Bob.
2nd down and 9 from the 48 in Tuttle territory for Blanchard here. Opening drive of the second half. They've done a nice job moving it out from the 20 across midfield. Perryman with the blitz coming. Pumps, floating right, throws downfield, underthrown, incomplete. Hit as he threw it. Blanchard just does not have time because Tuttle's sending 6 and 7 every single snap.
Yeah, and that's why you haven't seen any explosive plays been able to connect from Blanchard. With that pressure being dialed up, not having the right amount of time to get the routes to develop, you're not finding the seams that you need to with the time that's given. So that's why you found a lot of success in that short game passing. You just can't make those big explosive plays that you want to.
3rd and 9 from the 48. Need to get it to the 39 here. Perryman, hard snap count. 5-man rush, throws, pass caught at the 43. And Pierce made the grab, but he went to the ground there. So it's going to be a 4th and 4. And Blanchard, I would imagine, will keep the offense out here. They might punt it away, though. Looks like they are going to punt it. So Smith will come on to punt it from the 43. And we've already seen McAdoo return 99 yards for a touchdown, so
yeah,
got to be careful here. Kick it out of bounds.
Hudson's still on the field. Maybe not.
Yeah, he's just the up back. That's where he's been for all the punts, though. Perryman's the up back. Smith in punt formation. Smith rolling to his right. He's going to throw it. Pass is tipped and incomplete. Blanchard tried to go for it, and out in the flat that time, it was Zarian Kendall who got a hand on it and tipped it incomplete, and Tuttle will take over on downs at the 43-yard line.
I knew there was a chance that some teams were going to pull out some trickery. Blanchard ended up being the first to do it. Just wasn't able to pay it off there. I think the separation was there from the Blanchard wide receiver, just wasn't enough. That tip really kind of put through a wrench into things. Discussion happening, though.
See what our referee is talking about here. Looks like it's going to be on Blanchard, so it's going to be declined. Illegal formation, so Blanchard wasn't lined up correctly anyway. And the penalty's declined, so Tuttle will take over at the 43. So Blanchard again puts a start of a drive together, but can't finish it off and get it into scoring territory, and they will turn it over on downs. 1st and 10, Tuttle from their own 43. 8:59 to go third quarter. Tuttle up 14-0. Campbell hands to Roundsville, running left side, turns it up to the 47. He's out to the 49, and a flag's going to come in late for a hold on Tuttle.
Lucky break for Blanchard. Much from the same from Tuttle that we saw in the first half, them opening up that run. This one's going to be coming back. You got to be able to take advantage of it. They're starting at a really good spot in the field. Coach Craig asking about something?
Yeah, we'll see where this is spotted from. Looks like the hold happened at the 30 or the 44-yard line, so it'll move it back to the 34. It's basically a penalty of 9 yards, and it'll be a 1st and 19.
What could they be clamoring for?
I'm not sure. Might be just asking for him to watch something. Tuttle took the lead early on a 46-yard touchdown pass from Cruz Campbell to Brady McAdoo, and then McAdoo returned to punt 99 yards. That's the scoring in this game as Campbell looks to throw. Pass right side, complete. Getting away from a tackler at the 45 at midfield. This is a big play. Down the sideline to the 30, 25, cutting back at the 20, and knocked down at the 12-yard line. That's Jalen Lane on the grab, the sophomore. Big play, and it's a 1st down at the 13.
It's a really tough spot there for Blanchard. I think Carter may have been going for the strip more than he was going
Flag
for the
on the
tackle.
far sideline as well. This might be a sideline warning on Blanchard. Here's our referee. It's a personal foul on Blanchard after the play, so we're going to add half the distance on that as well and move it down inside the 10, and it's 1st and goal for Tuttle.
Tough spot. You don't want to compound errors in the spot that you're in if you're Blanchard, but after giving up a big play, the last thing you want to do is a knuckleheaded decision to go half to the distance. So it's a really tough spot, but you don't want to compound errors because you don't want to dig yourself a bigger hole than you're already in. See if the defense can respond here.
So that's going to move the ball down to the 6.5-yard line. So well, they marked it at the 8, so they marked off the penalty 5 yards, I guess. 1st and 10 or 1st and goal. Campbell hands to Roundsville, left side, bouncing outside, jumping over a tackler at the 2. He reaches for the end zone. The ball's loose, and he's in for the touchdown. Blanchard picked it up, but they say he'd already crossed the goal line. He's in for the touchdown, and Tuttle extends the lead out to 20-0. Sean Roundsville Jr. from 8 yards out. And Tuttle extends the lead.
Feel bad about that one if you're Blanchard. Felt like you, on that first big play that Tuttle had through the air, Carter goes for, maybe the strip instead of trying to tackle fully, and he ends up going the length of the field almost, and it's an easy pay dirt experience for Tuttle to pay it off.
Jet McCoy will hold. Garrett Ogg will kick the extra point for the Tigers. Snap and hold are good. The kick has plenty of leg on it, and it's down the middle. 8:31 to go third quarter. Tuttle 21, Blanchard 0. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
The AMG team is based in Oklahoma City and delivers your organization revenue enhancement through a combination of data science, innovative marketing, and business automation. We think like owners and behave as long-term partners. Delivering measurable results for nearly 20 years has made the AMG team known for our ability to efficiently and effectively execute objectives. We're ready to help raise your organization to a higher level of success, so visit us today at theamgteam.com.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst.
Welcome back to Tuttle, where it's 21-0. Tuttle with the lead over Blanchard. 8-yard touchdown run by Sean Roundsville Jr. And Tuttle, who scored 14 points in the first half, have their first points of the second half, and Blanchard's got an even bigger hole to dig out of. This kickoff goes through the end zone again, and Blanchard will start at the 20-yard line.
If you're Blanchard here, obviously staring down a big hole, like you said, Todd. Got to take it a drive at a time. Start with not turning the ball over, doing your work early on first downs, just trying to manufacture a drive. Don't really care how much time it takes off the clock, but let's start by getting 7 points on the board and going from there. Your defense has shown already this game that they've been able to make some stops, and it hasn't just gone all Tuttle's way. You know you've shot yourself in the foot sometimes in some of these drives, but see if they can put together a fully manufactured drive that ends in some sort of score.
Lions will start at the 20-yard line with Hudson Perryman in the shotgun. Perryman, play fake, rolling right, pumps, looking, pressured, floats it upfield, and it is incomplete. Tried to get it to Pierce. Pierce was out of bounds, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. Looked like he was caught between throwing it to Mosier, floating it over the top to him, and hitting Pierce on the sideline.
Yeah, not a bad pump fake either. Was able to get the immediate defender for Tuttle up in the air. That's a really tough pass to make in general. Puts it right in between two receivers and out of bounds. So tough spot. But again, Tuttle dying up the pressure. Just not a lot of time back there to make a decision either way.
8:23 to go third quarter. 2nd and 10 for Blanchard from their own 20. Perryman. 4-man rush, has time, throws, pass caught by Watkins out to the 30, out to the 33-yard line before he's driven backwards by 3 Tuttle tacklers. It's a gain of 13, and it's a First United first down.
It's a tough thing for Blanchard offense, too, because they've found success in that immediate passing game. I mean, I think all of their short yard gains outside of the Mosier wrinkle that you saw down there before half has just been these one-on-one isolation opportunities in the slant, and they've usually delivered on them. You just got to keep building on that momentum.
1st down and 10. It's Perryman from the left hash. Pump fakes again. Throws it to Carter. The ball's tipped and nearly picked off. Well, that thing bounced about 4 times, and Zarian Kendall had about 3 different chances to grab it and never could quite secure it. And it's incomplete, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, lucky break there for the Lions. Hit him right in the chest. Bobbles the ball a little bit. Lucky break. Tuttle wasn't able to get it down, but again, that was an open receiver there in that short zone in the middle of the field. I mean, it's there. Just got to be able to finish those plays. Stanton homer, 2-1.
Perryman rolling right, throwing right side over everyone's head and out of bounds. Intended for Carter and incomplete. Drake, we're doing a football game here. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
I just had to say the score update because you gave us one after the Dodgers scored.
Yeah, but not in the middle of a play.
It was right before the snap. It was right before the snap.
Nobody knew what you were talking about. I at least introed it. It'll be 3rd down and 10 from the 33 here.
It seems as if
Listen, I hope we have an interesting football game because if Blanchard can't convert this, like this, you're on the verge of this one getting out of hand.
Yeah.
Need to get it to the 43. Play clock at 4. Left hash. Perryman throwing right side. Pass caught. Pierce 1st down out to the 45. Corrick Pierce on the grab, 12 yards and a First United 1st down.
I think Blanchard's really solved the problem here. Maybe a little bit of a situation of a too little too late, but, you know, the response for the guys, the bodies that, you know, Tuttle is throwing at HUD in the backfield. I mean, you gotta draw up some quick stuff to your playmakers in isolation situations, and that's almost exclusively how they've moved the ball this drive. They've been responding really well.
Perryman from the 45. Looking left, pass caught by Watkins. Watkins slips a tackle to the 45, down to the Blanchard 44. They'll give him the 43, and that's another 12 yards and another First United 1st down.
And part of the problem is Tuttle's, kind of giving them that space. They're basically saying, okay, we're going to dial up the pressure and basically make Hudson, be able to take what the defense gives you and not really be able to go for those big plays. And you saw it right there. Got to have the discipline to make those little throws, even if they don't amass in a huge gain, and he's making those throws right now.
First down and 10 at the Tuttle 43-yard line. Perryman hands to McIntyre up the middle, nothing doing. Gets back to the line of scrimmage before he's tackled in there by Luke Falwell. And now it'll be second down and 10 from the 43.
And, that's Blanchard's traditional wisdom, right? We've seen them do this all season. You're opening up the run game by doing those short passing situations. The problem is it just hasn't been able to materialize because the interior for Tuttle has been able to call that number every single time. So got to keep moving it through the air. That's a success that you found. You got to keep rolling with it because they haven't had a chance to stop it.
Second and 10 from the Tuttle 43. Perryman pumps, throws over the middle, caught again by Pierce. Inside the 35, down to the 34-yard line. That's a 9-yard gain, and it'll set up a third down and 1.
And another one of the things, and it may look easy, on camera if you're watching at home. There's usually guys in the immediate vicinity of these receivers, even though it is just a slant route, and you're running towards the middle of the field where a bulk of the Tuttle defense is. Not the easiest thing on your mental to be making those catches in traffic as well. Really good job from these Blanchard receivers in doing that in traffic.
5:45 to go third quarter. Blanchard down 21-0 at the Tuttle 34. Handoff. Nope, it's a fake. Perryman keeps it right side. He's got the first down. Needed to get to the 33. He gained 3 yards down to the 31 on a 3rd and 1. It's a First United first down. That's the 4th one on this drive, I believe. And Blanchard has moved the ball from the 20 all the way down to the Tuttle 31. Coming up on 5.5 to play here in the third quarter.
Sometimes the simplest answers are the right ones, and I think they found it in this simple offense, just taking what the defense gives you.
Perryman on first down, hands off, left side, Fugit, and a good open field tackle by Falwell at the 29. He only gained 2. That was a one-on-one situation, and the defender wanted her. Fugit might still be running right now.
Yeah, it was a really good hole made by that Blanchard front offensive line, but you said really good individual effort there from the Tuttle defender to make that tackle in space.
What's at stake here? It's the 4A2 District Championship, and why is that important? Because right now, if you finish second in the district, you're looking at going to Wagner in the second round of the playoffs, and Wagner is up big at halftime against Grove as Perryman on second down throws in the flat right side to Mosier, and it's incomplete, short-armed it, had pressure in his face, and now it's 3rd down and 8 at the 29-yard line.
Tough spot there for HUD. You had a defender right in your face rolling right, tried to sidearm it, just didn't have enough juice, enough mustard on it to get to the receiver that was running out in the flats there. So we'll see if they dial up something here. Obviously, 4th down territory with the score being the way it is. Let's see if they opt to go for a little chunk play to just make it 4th and short, or they try and go for something big here, see if they can get enough time in the backfield for Hudson to make a decision. 3rd
down and 8 from the Tuttle 29-yard line. Perryman, left side, pumps. Perryman floats it down the field. Caught at the 10-yard line. Threw it up for Cole Watkins, who made the grab down to the 9. Jump ball pass, and it's a 1st and goal, a First United first down for Blanchard. It's their second 1st and goal of the game, and we'll see if they can pay one off here late third quarter.
Looks like they're going to that short huddle and play here. They're trying to go tempo, keep Tuttle on their heels. We'll see if it works.
Perryman with McIntyre to his right. Hands it to McIntyre. Bouncing left, now back right at the 6 to the 5, and a flag's going to come in for a hold.
Seems like every time that Blanchard has been able to ring something up in the end zone, they just can't get out of their own way.
It's a 10-yard penalty. It's going to move the ball back from the 9 to the 19, and it'll be 1st and goal now from the 19.
Basically 4 plays to make up 19 yards. You're not going to be kicking a field goal here whatsoever. Just tough break. This feels like, what, the 3rd or 4th time that something has been called back by the Lions' own mistakes in a pivotal situation and pivotal down and distance on a good part of the field where you have a chance to score.
1st and goal from the 19 now. Perryman, blitz coming. Look, stands up, throws right side, knocked away. Flag comes in for pass interference. And I don't think that's a very good call, but the Lions are going to take it because it's going to give them a first down and goal. Actually, I don't think it's going to give them a first down. I don't think it's an automatic first down. Well, it was first down anyway, so it will still be first down, but it's going to move it up from the 19 now to about the 10.
Todd, I think I tend to agree with you. I didn't see where that flag should have been necessary, but again, if you're going to commit a holding, an offensive holding, and the defense is going to gift you what they just gave you, even if you challenge whether it was a real flag or not, or a real personal foul, got to take advantage of what they give you. Got to take advantage here.
First and goal again at the 9 after that penalty. Left hash, Perryman. Tuttle showing blitz, and they jump offside. So that'll move it down inside the 5-yard line now on another penalty. As McIntyre will come back in at running back. McIntyre's not right. He's limping still pretty bad. He's giving it a go here. It's a weird half the distance from the 9 to the 5. Not great at math, but I don't feel like that's far enough. But from the 5, first and goal. Tuttle showing blitz again.
From the middle, that means the middle is going to be open. If they stay true to it, you're going to get a slant.
Perryman keeps it himself at the 5, down to about the 2. Hudson Perryman runs for 3 yards, and now it's second and goal at the 2 as we roll under 4 minutes in this third quarter. Blanchard down 21-0, and they've got to get the comeback started, and we'll see if they can do it here from the 2-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 1, actually. So it's second. Oh, no, it's at the 2. My bad. Second and goal at the 2.
Not a bad decision there to keep it for Hud. He was able to scrounge through some yards. Now it's an interesting spot here. You can choose to run or pass, even though you haven't had much success. 2 yards is not a big ask, especially with Gunnar Fugit being as big as he is.
Short side left, 3 receivers there. Carter comes in motion. Handoff, Fugit up the middle. Fugit hit at the 1, pushing the pile. He's going to be short. They'll mark him just short of the end zone. Referees love nothing more than to mark you down at the 1-inch line, and that's what they've done here. And Blanchard will have a third and goal inside the 1 as we roll under 3 minutes to play in this third quarter.
If I'm Blanchard, if it's going to be a run play that they choose to dial up, I'm maybe bracing out on the edge and just saying, go get a yard running side to side.
Perryman split out wide right. We might see a throw to Perryman. This is a little Corrick Pierce at quarterback, a little wildcat, and Pierce goes left side into the end zone. So a little wrinkle there from the Lions. We see the wildcat at the goal line, and Corrick Pierce takes it in from a yard out. And with 2:40 to go in the third quarter, Blanchard is finally on the board, trailing 21-6. And Alex Price will come on for the extra point.
It's a great response there from the Blanchard O. I think that drive started at around, 8:30? With about 8:30 left. I mean, you don't care. You don't care how long it takes with the hole that you're in. Just being able to manufacture a good drive was what Blanchard went out and needed to do, and that's exactly what they got.
And it was an answer after that touchdown as well for Tuttle. Snap and hold on the extra point are good. Price's kick is on the way. Nailed it right down the middle. And with 2:40 to go third quarter, Tuttle 21, Blanchard 7. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Welcome back to Tuttle. Touchdown drive of 80 yards for the Lions. They take it all the way down the field, and on A third down and goal from the 1-yard line. Corrick Pierce plunges in from the Wildcat formation. And now Blanchard will kick it away, trailing 21-7. 2:40 to go third quarter as Matt Campbell will step this one off and be ready to put a boot to it.
Yankees up 2-1 on the Dodgers.
Campbell with a high angled kick taken at the 26-yard line. That's Simon who has it out to the 40 and out of bounds there. And we've got a flag coming in late after the play. A couple of players were getting into it there. Brody Sherman for Blanchard, along with a couple Tuttle players.
And this one's tough because Brody Sherman ended up being the guy on top of the Tuttle player. So by the looks of it from afar, if you're the ref, it's personal foul Blanchard and nothing else. But we'll see how much they saw.
The return took the ball all the way out to the 41. It's a personal foul face mask on Tuttle. So the Tuttle player pulled him down by the face mask is what the penalty is for. And that makes sense because I think that's why Sherman landed on top of him. Well, he got yanked down by his face mask. Right. He did have his hands out like I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, and even when, he ended up on top of the guy, and you could still see that it's not like he was doing anything with with both of them being on the ground. He's trying to get up. So good eye from the refs. I definitely did not see that transpire, but makes sense given the amount of time that we saw and what actually was the aftermath of that.
So 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line after that 15-yard penalty for Tuttle. Blanchard defense got to make a play here with 2:34 to play in the third. Handoff, Roundsville running to his left, hit, and going to be driven backwards at about the 29. Got about 3 on the play. It's going to be a 2nd and 7.
It's a good start here for the defense.
He's so strong, the Roundsville kid.
He is. He's been able to carry. Hasn't happened tonight, but usually if you're Blanchard, you're kind of wanting those pile-ups to happen right at the line of scrimmage because that's when the safeties usually come in and strip. Tuttle's done a really good job tonight of ball security. Hasn't really happened for the Blanchard defense to be able to get something.
Campbell throwing right side, pass knocked away. Brayson Carter came in and stripped it out of the hands of Zarian Kendall. And now it's going to be a 3rd down and long here for Tuttle as the clock will stop with 1:55 to go in the third.
It was a really good play there for Brayson. Looked like the catch was going to be made. Brayson was a couple steps behind. Would have had an immediate tackle after the catch, but really good hands from Brayson to knock up that what looked like a sure pass.
What I worry about now is he's coming in there like a bat out of you-know-what, that they don't try to hit him over the top.
Yep.
Campbell now as a whistle comes in and a false start on Tuttle. So this will be a 5-yard penalty and move Tuttle back even further and make this now a 3rd down and 12 from the 24. And it looked like they were trying to go up top that time, Drake, on that play that got blown dead.
Yeah, you saw the trips at the bottom of the field. I think that's exactly what was about to happen. Got to take advantage here if you're Blanchard. You never know when you're going to get a 3rd and 12 on, in the game again. Got to take advantage of it. Tuttle obviously can punt the ball really well, but with who you have returning, got to feel like you can make up some difference there. All starts here, though, with a stop.
3rd down and 12 from the 24. Tuttle needs to get it out to the 36-yard line here. Campbell with Roundsville behind him. Play fake, pressured. Watkins gets there, and he twists him down inside the 20. Cole Watkins with the sack. And just like that, Tuttle goes 3 and out, and now Blanchard's got the crowd on their feet. And the Lions are going to get the ball back down by 14 with the clock ticking under a minute and a half to go here in the third.
That was an incredible individual effort from Cole. Spins out of the first offensive line and immediately ends up in the pocket of the quarterback. Great tackle.
McAdoo boots it away. Blanchard players get out of the way and let it bounce. It goes inside the 40 and down to the Blanchard 38-yard line. So doing the quick math in my head, that's a 38-yard punt with no return. And a 1st and 10 for Blanchard from their own 38. Tonight's game brought to you by Coop's Performance Gym. I want to thank some of our sponsors here tonight. RV Oasis, Quick Wrench, First United Bank and Mortgage, Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. By the way, that touchdown tonight was brought to you by Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. I think I neglected to say that earlier. We appreciate them, the LB Realty Group, Brightway Insurance, and Blanchard Eye Care for their sponsorship of Blanchard Lions football. 1st and 10 Lions from the 38. Perryman with McIntyre to his left. Perryman hands off. McIntyre looking to bust outside right. He gets to the 40, and he gets bent backwards there. He took a hit right to the small of the back. I think that looked worse than it was. I think that looked worse than it was. It's only a 2-yard gain. Blanchard just not really able to find anything up the field with the run game. Everything's kind of going east-west and getting very short yardage.
Yeah. With these corners over here for Tuttle, I mean, got to feel like they're going to go back to some of that intermediate passing game stuff that worked so well for them last drive.
2nd and 8 from the 40. Perryman rolling right. Hands it off. Nope, keeps it. Perryman throwing. Pass caught. Believe that's Brayson Carter with the grab. At the 48, it's going to be a 1st down. I thought they ran the draw play.
That was a nice wrinkle.
Yeah. They faked the little draw play, and it fooled me. And Perryman went back to his right and threw across his body, and Carter made a good grab. First United 1st down up to the 48-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play.
It's good stuff. You're gonna bring the boat, right? I mean, the playbook's gonna open up completely, especially if you can start getting some rhythm on offense like the Lions have had here for the past drive.
Tuttle showing blitz again as Perryman stands up, going deep left side. Watkins had to turn into defender and knocked it away. Tuttle coaches want a pass interference on Cole Watkins. You rarely see that one called on the receiver. Watkins had to do the best he could to keep that one from being picked off.
Really good awareness there from Watkins, knowing that the ball wasn't going to get to him, and so he had to do whatever he could for the Tuttle defender not for it to fall in his hands. So really good awareness there from Watkins, and a tough break for, I was about to say the Sooners, the Lions.
10 seconds to go third quarter. 21-7, Blanchard trailing. Unless we got an incompletion or a defensive penalty here, this could be the last play of the quarter. Carter in motion. Perryman rolling left, throwing left, pass caught. Down to the 45-yard line. It's going to be short of the 1st down. There is a flag at the 50.
I think that's on Blanchard.
Might be a little offensive pass interference here on the Lions. With 2 seconds to go on the clock, Watkins made the grab. It was a gain of 7. We'll wait for the signal here. It's a legal man downfield on Blanchard. Cole Watkins trying to stretch his leg out there. Might have been injured on the play. This is going to move the ball back to the 43-yard line, where it's now going to be a 2nd down and 15 with 2 seconds to go in the quarter. And I think the clock will start.
Oh, will it? No, it's an incompletion, right?
Nope. It's Noah Smith in at quarterback now. Throwing right side, pass caught. Pierce, 40, 35, 30, inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a First United 1st down on the last play of the third quarter. Noah Smith to Corrick Pierce for a big gainer, and the third quarter is in the books. Blanchard with the ball on the move, looking for the comeback, down 21-7 after 3. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Surface Experts is your one-stop shop for all of your hard surface damage. If you have a scratch, chip, crack, burn mark, or hole, we can handle it. We repair all types of hard surfaces, including stone and laminate countertops, wood and LVP floors, tubs, showers, and cabinets. We can also grind and polish glass cooktops and remove scratches from stainless steel elevators and appliances. We focus on repairing just the spot with the damage, so you don't have to replace the whole surface. We work with apartments and residential properties all over Oklahoma. Give us a call today to schedule your repair.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client.
Welcome back. Blanchard Tuttle coming into the fourth quarter. Tuttle, after heading up a 21-0 lead, a Blanchard response early in the third quarter results in what was another stop for Blanchard, and now Blanchard driving again to maybe cut this score to 21-14, start of the fourth here. Todd?
21-7 our score. Tonight's game brought to you by Coop's Performance Gym. It's the fourth quarter, brought to you by the Dental Garage as well here, and Blanchard looking for, what do they call it, Lions Magic?
I don't know about that.
That's what they're going to need.
I don't know about that.
But it has been a really good response. This game, it ran the risk of getting out of hand, and now Blanchard has it at the 31-yard line, 1st and 10, as Smith floating right. His pass is tipped, and it is incomplete. By the way, something worth noting, I don't know that it's going to come back to matter. Corrick Pierce got tackled at the 29, and they brought the ball down here to the 31-yard line. So Blanchard lost 2 yards at the end of the quarter on where they spotted the ball. I don't think anyone's noticed it, but it's 2nd and 10 at the 31.
It's a really lucky break there for Blanchard. That ball was in the air for a very, very, very long time. Was able to fall right in front of a Blanchard offensive player and a Tuttle defensive player. So lucky break there.
We are seeing Noah Smith out there at quarterback, though, here in this fourth quarter. Smith with 3 receivers right, rolling to his right. Pressured, throwing over the head of Vickery and incomplete. And a late hit flag's going to come in for a roughing the passer.
So I don't know the exact rule. The roughing the passer in high school is that you can't have up top contact?
Yeah, can't hit him in the head.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's where it was.
I think it was Brady McAdoo who's the guilty party. I think he put his hands up to try to knock down the pass. I don't think he meant to do it, but I think he hit him in the helmet. That's another big break for Blanchard, and it's going to move it down to the 16-yard line and give the Lions a First United first down.
Triple B, big break for Blanchard.
You should sell that. 11:51 to go in the game.
God, I felt a tinge of animosity when he said that.
And it's 1st down and 10, Blanchard at the 16, looking to cut this lead in half, down by 14. Smith with the blitz showing again. Moves McIntyre to his left. Smith hands off up the middle. McIntyre diving forward, gets to about the 7. Gained about 4 on 1st down. We'll set up a 2nd down and 6. Excuse me, not the 7, to the 12.
Again, very similar situation as the last score that the Lions were able to put together against Tuttle. Tuttle gave them a couple of gimmies with the flags presented. Blanchard goes down and takes advantage of the flags that Tuttle gives them. Got to be able to replicate that here and punch it into the end zone.
2nd down from the 12 and 6. Fugit to the left of Noah Smith. Smith hands off. Fugit right side down to the 9. Got 3 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 3 from the 9-yard line with 10:57 and ticking here in this ball game. Blanchard down 21-7. Tonight's fourth quarter brought to you by the Dental Garage. Tonight's game brought to you by Coop's Performance Gym. For this big play, let's thank some of our other sponsors tonight. The Wolf family, Blanchard Animal Hospital, Tanner Foster, Edward Jones, Craig and Strait Orthodontics, Keeler Custom Homes, and RV Oasis. 3rd and 3 from the 9. Smith fakes the handoff, keeps it, and he's going to get to the 10, and that's it. He'll lose a yard. And now it's 4th down and 4 from the 10-yard line. Here's my thing. Don't hate this move. We saw Noah Smith throw a really good fat pass at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do this move and move Perryman out to receiver, I feel like you got to use him here. maybe put it in a jump ball situation for Hudson Perryman.
Yeah, and I mean, that's kind of how the score is what it is because of the isolation situations in the passing game that Blanchard has created for themselves. With Watkins, Corick sometimes, got to have Hudson, someone big here.
Perryman split out wide left. Smith looking right, throwing. Up top for Carter, he overthrew it. Carter had a step, and Smith led him too much, and it's a turnover on downs, and Tuttle will take over on the 10-yard line.
It's a tough break there for Blanchard. Had the play. Guy was open, just an overthrow. It's a tough spot to put, a sophomore quarterback into, someone that, this was his first drive, was able to make the really good throw and catch to Corick, but it's a tough spot to be in with you not getting as much game run as you have for this specific game. But with that being said, Tuttle pinned back a little bit, so we'll see if the Blanchard D can respond here.
Tuttle will look for a big sustained long drive here as it's a handoff to Roundsville, left side, who gets out across the 15 to the 16. 6-yard gain. We'll set up a 2nd down and 4.
We said it time and time again. They found real success this Blanchard defense has when they've done the work early on 1st and 2nd downs. The run game for Tuttle has just been too good. You can't give them, big first down plays in their first down and distances. They're able to get those short yardage situations.
Tuttle letting the play clock run under 10 as Campbell will take the snap. Hand to Roundsville again, running left. And a big hold over there. No flag down. The flag comes in. Cole Watkins had his arms out. He was being grabbed around the waist, and he's going to get the call.
There's a little bit of a sell there, I feel, maybe.
Well, he sold it because he was getting held.
Yeah. And I don't know why it took him as long to throw the flag as it did. I mean, it was right in front of him. Was he just waiting for the play to end, I guess?
I mean, it's the right call.
Yeah,
Watkins did sell it, but sometimes as a defensive end, you got to do that. Basically, Watkins tried to go low and go around the outside, and he just got kind of wrapped around the waist. Just put his hands up as he kind of got dragged out of the play.
What did that make it now? 2nd and, 11?
Yep, 2nd down and 11 from the 9 after that penalty. Because it's a half the distance penalty from the 18. Handoff to McAdoo, running right. McAdoo cutting back at the 10. He's at the 15. McAdoo down the sideline, out across the 25 to the 33. So Brady McAdoo, who had the 2 first-half big plays, gets another one here out to the 31-yard line. Gain of 22 and a first down for the Tigers.
Just a really good individual effort. You felt like Blanchard had, 2 guys right there step by step, but McAdoo's speed just overtook anyone within the realm of a vicinity to make a tackle. So good individual effort there from just a really good playmaker.
1st and 10, Tuttle at the 31. Tonight's 4th quarter brought to you by the Dental Garage. Tonight's game brought to you by Coop's Performance Gym. Roundsville left side to the 35, out to the 36. Another 5-yard run on first down. They'll give him the 37, it looks like, so it's a 6-yard gain.
And this is why the hold that was made early in the game is so glaring now, right? Because Blanchard's had a couple of opportunities to punch it in, but now down 2 scores and Tuttle being able to find success in the run like they have for most of the night, your second enemy now becomes the clock on top of the person you're playing on the field.
Yeah, Blanchard will rue some of the mistakes. They had the ball twice inside the 10 and didn't score any points from it, down by 14. Another handoff to Roundsville, running left to the 40, cuts up, first down across the 45. Near midfield, still on his feet and fighting, still on his feet inside the 40 and down to the 35. Blanchard players seemed a little more interested in trying to rip the ball away from him than tackle him, and Roundsville just kept carrying people, shedding off tackles and getting yardage after contact.
It's one of the reasons why Tuttle was able to score their latest touchdown was because, a couple of guys in the secondary were trying to strip the ball, make something happen, but forgot to tackle them. And you saw it right there, big gash yard, trying to force a turnover instead of just tackling him at the spot.
Sean Roundsville Jr., who is a junior.
Nice.
1st and 10 at the 36. Roundsville again, left side, this time stacked up. Corrick Pierce gets to him, and he'll be down at the 33. Gain of 3 on the play. It'll be a 2nd down and 7. He's got to have 25, 30 carries tonight.
Think he's eclipsed 150?
Oh, yeah. I think so. I don't know. He really hasn't had a ton of big ones. They've been a lot of 7, 8, 9 yard a clip, though.
Mm-hmm.
Campbell in the gun with Roundsville behind him in the pistol. Hands to Roundsville again going left. Nice hold to the 30. 1st down, 25, all the way down to the 20. Blanchard's defense is just gassed up front, and Tuttle is taking advantage right now and just methodically moving the ball down the field.
Yeah, we talked about it in the first half, especially with the turnovers that amassed for Blanchard. Got to feel like the stamina element's coming in a little bit with this Blanchard defense. This is a good defense. I mean, they've proved it for most of the season, but Tuttle's just a different beast when it comes to size and length, and I think you're just seeing some line of scrimmage battles being easily won up front by Tuttle.
1st down and 10 at the 20. Roundsville running left, gets to about the 16 before he's tackled again by Corrick Pierce. This drive has already taken about 4 minutes off the clock.
Yeah. It was a problem that was always going to be had. It's just you haven't really been able to find a stop for that run. The work that you've done has usually been in those early downs, and that's resulted in them forcing to pass the ball. But, that's been few and far between. The run, for the most part, has been alive and well for this Tuttle team.
Handoff Roundsville again, left side, and he runs to the 15, so only gets a couple that time. They'll mark him at the 16. So it's a 1-yard gain, and now it's a 3rd down and 6, and Blanchard will send on 3 new defensive linemen. This Tuttle will send out a couple extra offensive linemen on this 3rd down play.
Tuttle can effectively pretty much put the game away here. If they're not able to convert on 3rd, they end up asking for a field goal chance. But
Tuttle with 7 O-linemen on the field here. And one of those is in at that little sniffer position right behind the guard. So 5 offensive linemen on the left side of the possession as there's a handoff to Roundsville that way, and he's going to have the 1st down. No, he's a yard short. He got tackled at the 11. He needed to get to the 10. So now it's a 4th down and 1. We saw him put big Michael Turner over there. At the fullback position at 5'10", 250, and he'll be there again on the left side. 4th down and 1, and Blanchard jumped, gave him the 1st down.
It's kind of been the encapsulation of the night, the tipping point.
Now the Tuttle fans can feel this as they're on their feet. We're down under 4.5 minutes to play, and it's going to be a 1st and goal for Tuttle at the 6-yard line. Serious, and it's not just because of that call. I hate the rule that you can't get back onside when you're a defender in high school football.
Because that's just high school, right?
Yeah, it's the only level where it is that way. So, but it makes the hard snap count even more important in high school football. 1st and goal from the 6, clock running under 4 minutes to play now. Tuttle looking to put the cherry on top of this one. Roundsville handoff right side at the 5, cuts back to the 3, met by a bunch of Blanchard Lions where he will be driven back there. Brayson Carter trying to rip the ball away. Not going to get it, I don't think, from Sean Roundsville. Couple of score updates for you. Chickasha and Tecumseh now tied at 35 at the end of the 3rd quarter. Bethany up big 41-3 over Ardmore. Weatherford has come back to lead Elk City 28-21, that game in the 4th quarter. Ada up big 48-26 over Broken Bow late 3rd quarter. That'd be a bit of an upset.
Yeah, 8-3 and 3 you said?
Yep, and Wagner 34-0 into the third over Grove. Roundsville left side on this 2nd and goal, and this time he's in for the touchdown. And a flag's going to come down for a celebration penalty on Tuttle after the play. But it's not going to take the touchdown off the board. It's 27-7. The Tigers have extended the lead, and that might do it with 3:04 to play. That drive took 6.5 minutes off the clock. Tuttle got the ball at the 10-yard line and went 90 yards for the touchdown. Referee explaining to him what he got the penalty for was Roundsville took the ball and spun it on the ground, as you'll see people do in celebrations, and you just can't do that in high school football. You can't really celebrate in any way other than with your teammates.
Feels like the first drive. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe second
By the way,
drive. That was
if you're, I will say this: if you're Blanchard here, you take this on the kickoff, and maybe kicking from the 25, you can't put it in the end zone, and Carter or Pierce can actually get a return here.
Yeah.
Ogg will be on for the extra point. He's 3 for 3 tonight. Snap is high. The hold is down, though, and the kick is up and good. 3:04 to go in the ball game. Touchdown for Tuttle extends the lead. Tonight's game brought to you by Coop's Performance Gym. Tonight's fourth quarter brought to you by the Dental Garage. Our score with 3:04 left, 28-7. Tuttle with the lead. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Surface Experts is your one-stop shop for all of your hard surface damage.
Welcome back. Touchdown run for Sean Roundsville Jr. from 3 yards out, and Tuttle extends their lead 28-7, the score with 3:04 to go. Todd Lisby along with Drake Vitito. The great Nate in the booth. Gabe on camera work tonight. Appreciate Ashley Robertson's help as well, and Addison Scott back in the Classic Rock KRXO studios. Kickoff from the 25. It's a high, short kick. Going to be taken by Pierce at the 30 out to the 40-yard line, and Pierce is going to be driven backwards and taken down. And a flag comes in late. We'll see what this flag is for.
That might be on Blanchard.
And it looked like Reston Vickery and Jalen Lane were kind of wrestling around on that play there.
So how many drives for Tuttle of the 28 point, just the scoring drives, how many were manufactured instead of off turnovers? One? Is it just the latest or two?
No, the first one was a touchdown. It wasn't off a turnover.
Second one was?
Second one was a punt return.
Third was the intercept.
Offsetting penalties, by the way. No penalty. They'll offset. I don't know what I'm trying to say there, but they'll offset. Scoring update, 2-1. Yankees lead the Dodgers, bottom 7. Dodgers threatening. Second and third, 1 out. By the way, while we have a moment here, I guess we could congratulate both schools. I know it didn't turn out the way they wanted to, but both Blanchard and Tuttle made it to the semis in softball this year, so especially to the Blanchard Lions softball team. Great run this season. I know
heartbreaker for the
heartbreaking
Lions.
loss, but really good run for really good softball program at Blanchard. Empty backfield on first down as Perryman back in at quarterback, and we've got a timeout taken by Tuttle. We'll take it with them. 2:57 to play, 28-7 Tuttle with the lead. This is Blanchard Lions football.
If you have a scratch, chip, crack, burn mark, or hole, we can handle it. We repair all types of hard surfaces, including stone and laminate countertops, wood and LVP floors, tubs, showers, and cabinets. We can also grind and polish glass cooktops and remove scratches from stainless steel elevators and appliances. We focus on repairing just the spot with the damage, so you don't have to replace the whole surface. We work with apartments and residential properties all over Oklahoma. Give us a call today to schedule your repair.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as a part of that advocacy, it involves hiring the best experts. It's doing the legal research. It's doing the medical research. That is advocacy behind the scenes. It's not just the bells and whistles in front of the jury.
Back out of the timeout, Blanchard will throw. There's a pass right side that's incomplete. Intended for Corrick Pierce, and it'll fall incomplete. Smith back in at quarterback now. And it's going to be a 2nd down and 10. 2:52 to go. Blanchard trailing 28-7.
What's the saying? I had to see a man and his horse. Had to see a man about a horse.
Yeah, I don't think you used that right, but yeah, you did have to use the restroom, I think is what you could have just said.
I didn't use it right.
No.
Oh.
I think that's when you do the other one. 2nd down and 10 from the 40. Smith throwing left side, pass caught, an immediate tackle at the 46-yard line as the grab was made out there by Watkins. 6-yard gain. Clock will continue to run with 2:35 to play.
So let me ask you this. What has to change in order for Blanchard to not go on the road to face Wagner in particular? Does Wagner have to lose, or
Yes.
does Wagner have to get just a
Blanchard's
separate?
going to Wagner in the 2nd round.
No, I'm saying
it's pretty much a done deal.
Right. It's the winner of the district is what you're saying.
Yeah, the winner of that district will
Okay.
play 2nd place in our district in the
Right.
2nd round. Perryman throwing, pressured, gets it off to Mosier, who makes the grab and actually lost a yard. Nope, it's incomplete. Now it's 4th down at the 46. So last chance here for Blanchard to try to extend this game. The Lions, unless something crazy happens, are going to fall to 7-1 on the season, with 2 regular season games remaining at Medill next Friday at 7, and then back at the Oscar Brooks Sports Complex for Senior Day, Senior Night.
We won't see you until first round of playoffs, will we?
If then. It's when I get really busy with basketball season. 4th down, Smith throwing. Smith over the middle, pass caught. Perryman with the grab. Inside the 45 to the Tuttle 44. Under 2 minutes to play. Blanchard with the First United first down. Tonight's game brought to you by Coop's Performance Gym. 4th quarter brought to you by the Dental Garage.
Really good route there. I think that was a mesh sort of route there from Perryman for his first catch of the evening. And again, coming in the middle part of the field like it has been all night for Blanchard.
1st down and 10, Blanchard at the Tuttle 44. 4 receivers right. Smith looking that way, pressured, hit, and sacked. Back at the 46-yard line. And Blanchard is going to use a timeout.
Tommy Conley escapes with 2 on for the Dodgers.
What are you talking about? Drake, this is a football game. We're not updating baseball. It's going to be a 2nd down and long as Blanchard will use that timeout with 1:39 to go. Blanchard still with 2 timeouts remaining. That sack is going to take the ball from the Tuttle 44 all the way back to the Blanchard 47. So that's a loss of 9 yards on the play. Drake, got to pick yourself up off the mat on this one. You're going to be on opposite sides of the bracket as Tuttle. So, you know, if these are the 2 best teams in the state, there's no reason why they couldn't meet again instead of Richardson Family Stadium at Chad Richardson Stadium later this year for the state championship game. But Look, I mean, this is a team in Blanchard that has not looked sharp in a few wins this year, and some of those things came back to bite them tonight. Tuttle has looked sharp, and it's sharp in almost every win for them.
Yeah, Coach Craig said it on the coaches show. There's a couple of outliers that you can go into every game saying, if you can have these issues plugged up, then you have a good chance of winning. One of those is turnovers, and quite frankly, Blanchard put themselves out of it early with the turnovers that happened. So
2nd and 19, Smith will throw to Pierce and incomplete.
You got some special teams magic as well out of Tuttle on that. I believe it was a
99-yard punt return. Yep.
Yeah. So there were a couple things that are easy to pick out. For the film room study that's going to happen on Sunday for the Lions, and you're just going to be wishing that you were wishing that you were going to be able to punch it in a couple of times where you had it down deep in your own red zone. So. At least it wasn't a situation, where, Tuttle looked dominant in all facets tonight, and the defense was really just plugging anything that you were trying to do. Blanchard kind of shot themselves in the foot on a couple of ways there.
From the 47, 3rd and 19. Smith going up top right side, overthrown and incomplete. Intended for Carter, and it's going to be 4th down. Good coverage that time by Jet McCoy for Tuttle.
Tuttle's already played Bethany, correct?
Correct. Yeah, I know what you're trying to do here, and there's no around it. Tuttle's going to win the district. Blanchard's going to finish 2nd.
Yeah.
And that means if you're Blanchard right now, and this is why that was a big result tonight, because you're going to play the 3rd team in District 4A1, and that could be Weatherford or Clinton, either one coming to Blanchard in round 1. Then you're going to be on the road at at Wagner in the 2nd round. Smith on 4th and 19, fires one deep, middle of the field for Pierce, incomplete. Had his hands on it down near the 5 and couldn't make the grab, and that was the last gasp for the Lions. Tuttle will put a knee to it now, and they will get to 8-0, and Tuttle's going to win District 4A2. With a convincing win over Blanchard tonight.
Not a bad throw there from Noah. Just, again, Tuttle was preparing for some deep throws, and you saw it there, was able to break up the pass, but pretty ball from Noah. Just couldn't connect.
Before we end the broadcast tonight, we do want to give out our player of the game, brought to you by the LB Realty Group, and I think we would be in agreement on this. Corrick Pierce, our player of the game. He scored the 1 touchdown tonight. He led the team in catches as well, and might have led the team in tackles also, which is probably not what you want from a safety, but Corrick Pierce will win tonight's player of the game, brought to you by the LB Realty Group. Tuttle is going to hand it off, and Roundsville will run to the left inside the 45 to the 42-yard line.
It's an interesting spot for these seniors, too, because this is the first win in 4 years for Tuttle. So these seniors have known nothing but, really close rivalry games, but rivalry games in which you're winning. So it's an interesting feeling knowing that in your senior year you're going to lose the last regular season contest, and the only way that you're potentially going to play this team again is, like you said earlier, Todd, in the championship of 4A.
One more snap left for Tuttle. So the clock's at 48 seconds, and it will run. And once it gets under 40, Tuttle can snap it, and this one's over. Campbell will take a knee, and that'll do it. 28-7, our final score tonight. Tuttle with the win. The Tigers take the victory and are going to take District 4A2. Improved to 8-0 on the season. Blanchard will fall to 7-1. Drake, your final thoughts on tonight's ball game?
I think what happened with Blanchard tonight is easily identifiable in the filmer, and I think you're going to be able to see that on Sunday. There wasn't any issues that can't be fixed. It's 3 turnovers in the first half really put Blanchard in a bad spot and a hole to begin with, and then the special teams the special teams play that Tuttle had to make it 14-0. It's just stuff that's easily fixable. So you got to come back and get ready to play next week against a team that you should go out and beat. Finish the season strong, and in 3 weeks we'll be in Blanchard calling the first playoff game. So it's a game that's going to easily bounce back from. Got to keep your head up. It's a really good Tuttle team that has aspirations to go a long way in 4A, just like Blanchard does. But just know that at the end of the day, some of those issues on the field were pressed by yourself and not the person that you're playing across the field from you. So you know that those are going to be easily fixable. It's just a matter of going out and doing it and perfecting it.
Blanchard falls to 7-1 with the loss tonight. We want to thank all of our sponsors here tonight. Tonight's game brought to you by Coop's Performance Gym. We also want to thank First United Bank and Mortgage, Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air, the LB Realty Group, Brightway Insurance, Blanchard Eye Care, the Wolf Family, Blanchard Animal Hospital, the Dental Garage, Tanner Foster, Edward Jones, Craig and Strait Orthodontics, Keeler Custom Homes, RV Oasis, and Quick Wrench for their sponsorship of Blanchard Lions football. 7 o'clock next Friday, Blanchard at Medill. We will have the broadcast for you. And then senior night coming up the following Friday back in Blanchard against Chickasha. Lions fall tonight to Tuttle. Big thanks to Addison Scott back in the Classic Rock KRXO studios, to Nate, to Gabe, to Ashley, to everyone here. For Drake Vitito, my name is Todd Lisenby. Blanchard falls tonight 28-7, our final score. Tuttle with the victory. You've been listening to Blanchard Lions football.